Oh God, how long has it been since the hang on. How long has it been since the intro music cut out? Anyway, give me one sec. Yeah, sorry, a little bit. If I'm not, as I was saying, lousy OBS settings. It's not one of my streams if it doesn't involve me scrambling to get everything ready at the last minute. How is it going? Last time we finished part 2 of Radiant Dawn in style, I want to say, especially since Ike had the courtesy of showing up at the last possible second. I watched a bit of the VOD from last time, and yeah, first thing I'm gonna do is I think I'm gonna turn my mic up a little bit here. Because, testing? Yeah, okay, we're good. So, yeah, 5 hours, man. I am not gonna do that again. Well, I'm gonna try to. This game, especially those last 2 maps, are especially very long. So you can see in between the time it took me to finish this one and then start Elincia's Gambit was the better part of 3 hours. So I think today, especially at the beginning of part 3, these maps are going to be they're going to be faster, mainly because they're not epic, long holdout missions. In fact, I think well, let's just get into it. Especially since the preamble here is very, very interesting. Part 3, Intersecting Vows.
Three years ago, Crimea freed itself from Daean tyranny. Its nobles used that freedom to berate the queen and scrabble for power. Disgusted with their greed and arrogance, Ike and the Greil mercenaries left the court behind and returned to work. Thanks to their efforts and to Queen Elincia's even-handed rule, Crimea has avoided a bloody civil war. Before departing the capital once again, Ike receives disquieting news from Queen Elincia. The Black Knight, the man who murdered Ike's father, has once again been seen in Daean. The Queen's words hang heavy over Ike as he leads the mercenary group back to their headquarters.
Wow, how long has it been since we were here? Sure feels great to be home. Yeah, we've been away for too long. You and me both, Ike. I think it's interesting that they modeled the entire headquarters pretty much dead on from how it looked in Path of Radiance. You spent a lot more time here at the beginning of FE9 compared to this game, but anyway, I'm rambling. Yeah, we've been away for too long. Dealing with Crimean nobles always seems to take longer than it should. At least now we can finally get some rest. Still, it was nice to be needed, don't you think? Especially for a band of mercenaries as poor as we are. You know, Ike, if you hadn't renounced your lordship, we wouldn't have to run around like this to support ourselves. Mist, Oh, I know. I'm just teasing you, silly. Besides, I'd rather spend my time helping people. Who wants to live like some overstuffed noble anyway? Definitely not me. It is true, she was bored for a large part of Path of Radiance, at least when the whole company was stuck in Benioff, but we have Father's legacy to look after as well, the Greil Mercenaries. Ike, a visitor to see you. A visitor? Who is it? Oh, wow, I didn't know you'd be showing up this early. Long time no see, Ike. I've been looking all over Crimea for you. You're never home. Ranulf, how are you, my old friend? How's everyone in Gallia? Is Kanagas well? Everyone's doing great. Wheelie Doos don't take ill too easily. It's so hard not to be well. Seeing you again brings back memories. We couldn't have won the war if not for Gallia's aid, and yours especially. Well, same goes for you. Who knows where Gallia would be if not for Ike and the Greil Mercenaries. Speaking of old friends, I saw Princess Leanne in the Crimean Royal Court. Apparently, she'd been looking for me too. She said, "Please save my brothers." Do you know what she's talking about? So, she's heard. Let me get to the point. straight to the point, Ike. I have some bad news. War has come to us once again. What? The Laguz Alliance, which is made up of Gallia, Phoenicius, and Kilvas, is setting out against Benia. The situation has escalated very quickly. Escalated seems a bit soft. I know there are problems between the Laguz and Benion, but I thought things were getting better. Raphael, the eldest son of the Herons, brought back some disturbing news from Dane. He'd learned that the Benion senators ordered the Herons' extermination. This spurred the Laguz to strike against Benion. That's why I came looking for you, Ike. We need your help. Oh, wait, we're doing this now? Okay.
Raphael, eldest prince of the Heron clan, returns in the company of the Wolf Queen, Nyla, and the mage, Tormod, to tell a dire tale. The shocking story he relates ignites a terrible fury in the hearts of the Laguz. The assassination of the previous Benion apostle sparked the massacre of the Heron clan, as well as the burning of their home, the Serenus Forest. That murder and the resulting catastrophes were long thought to be the work of Daein's former ruler, the Mad King Ashnard. Now, however, Prince Raphael, a survivor of the massacre, reveals that those directly responsible were none other than the senators of Benion. Upon hearing this tale, the Hawk King Tibarn is consumed with an unspeakable rage. He shares this information with the Raven King Nisala and the Beast King Kanagus, and they form a Laguz alliance. Together with the Heron royal family, they send messengers to the leadership of Benion, demanding an explanation from the senators. Benion rebuffs their requests, however, denying any wrongdoing and refusing to investigate Raphael's claims, as if to emphasize their decision to silence the Laguz inquiries. The Empire goes so far as to murder an alliance messenger. This callous act of arrogant defiance pushes the Alliance into declaring war upon the Benion Empire. Gallia's sub-commander, Ranulf, considers the merits of attempting to simply overpower Benion. He recognizes, however, that pitting brute force against Benion's magic and tactical prowess will result in massive Alliance casualties. He decides to enlist the strength and knowledge of his old wartime ally, Ike, and the Greil Mercenaries. Ike is an acquaintance of Benion's apostle, however, and is at first reluctant to become involved in the conflict. Yet, when he considers the Senator's cold-blooded murder of the Alliance messenger, he can feel the anger that burns in the Laguz's hearts. Determined to force the Senators to answer for their crimes, he agrees to help the Laguz Alliance.
Prologue, The Great Advance. So yeah, if you were wondering why Tormod and Nyla left Dan at the end of part 1, this is why. Flagera is close now. It's a fortress city near the Benion border. We'll storm the city at night and hit them fast enough that the troops inside the fortress won't have time to take their positions. Yes! Finally! A chance to red my foes! But I would rather have a head-on fight. Why do we wait until nightfall like a pack of cowards? What's our role in this? I want the Greil Mercenaries to act as a guerrilla force. Take out their fire mages and ballista. They're really bad news for us Laguz. Bah! Enough talking! To the battlefield to taste my enemy's fear! No more waiting! No, Skrimir, this isn't the kind of fight where a general takes the field. You should stay behind. Are you insane? Oh, I'll fight. A general of Gallia does not hide behind his men. Leave this tactics garbage to the Bjorn. We need only our claws and teeth. I call an end to this meeting. Time to kill. Wait, Skrimir. Blast. Are you okay? Yeah. Pink-headed fool. This will be his first major battle. Hopefully he won't get his teeth kicked out. How about you, Ike? Are you sure about this? Sure about what? Well, you know, you're Bjork, I'm Laguz. You sure you want to take our side? The Laguz Alliance is in the right move, Colonel. The Senate is actively ignoring you, and worse, they're murdering your messengers. Why shouldn't we help you get the Senate's attention? I'm sure my people understand. Besides, I would never abandon a friend in need. Thanks, Ike. Oh, we do actually get a base. I thought we didn't. So, we don't have access to a shop right now, but this is going to give me a bit of a lull period before the fighting really kicks into high gear to, you know, actually talk about some stuff. Because there is... Yeah, actually, I think I'll do the... I'll do inventory management first, even though there isn't really a lot to manage, if memory serves. Mostly because we've got the whole crew here from, well, the cutscene at the end of 2F. Guess I'll go over everybody here because I'll just say it straight up. I think that the Greil Mercenaries are the most, like, they're the most error-proof, or risk-averse, I don't know what the word is, idiot-proof? I don't know what to say. They're the best group of units in the entire game. This entire subset of the Radiant Dawn's roster is just so versatile. And yeah, part of that is because these guys are the main group that can benefit from having transfer bonuses from Path of Radiance, especially Ike himself. Like, good lord, I don't see very many playthroughs where Ike isn't absolutely roided up by the end of the game. He was the protagonist after all, and was, at least by Fire Emblem Lord standards, very, very strong, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about the guy first, because, oh my god, these stats! He already capped skill! Go figure. Ike has got, well, Ike's tale along the traditional Fire Emblem Lord hero's journey is, well, it's basically done, and I would say he's back to basics, but I don't know if participating in a continent-wide conflict counts as being back to basics, but it definitely feels that way for the time being, but... He's, well, he was one of the best units in Path of Radiance, and that's still true here. I'm just really annoyed that it took him this long to get here, but I'm getting ahead of myself. He doesn't have the Ragnall anymore, but he does have this Eddard right here. This is the weapon that you saw him use in that cutscene. It's basically a bastard sword. It is, that of course he uses with one hand, because, I mean, if you have 26 strength, you can basically use whatever weapon you want one-handed. Huge sword of overwhelming power, only Ike can wield it. This is effectively his personal weapon for most of the game. Go nuts with it. Even if this runs out of uses, you can actually get another one for free if you know what you're doing. He also has an iron sword here, because Ike started with an iron sword as inventory in Path of Radiance. I don't know. My Ike is particularly beefy because he just inherited the full benefits of having near-max stats at the end of Path of Radiance. He doesn't normally cap skill, he doesn't normally have S-rank in swords, which I knew he freaking would because of course he would, but I would have to try to get him killed. Like, honestly, you can't really go wrong with this guy. I guess if you have him run into a bunch of mages at 2 range without a way to counter them, but that doesn't really happen often. Like I said, his resistance is his only, like, really bad stat, and if I remember right, his speed growth isn't very good either. It's only 45%, whereas the rest of his stats are pretty much average, but like I said, he already capped skill, he's 1 point away from capping strength. Bonus experience was basically made for the Greil Mercenaries to use, even though I don't think we have very much at the start here. Actually, I don't know which of these two to go over first. I'll go over Soren first, because he's effectively the second friend. And also Ike's boyfriend, question mark? Well, a giant subset of the Talia sub-community would have you believe that. I'll be honest, I approve, if only because I get fed fan art of those two on a regular basis on my Blue Sky, which is... Hey, I'm not complaining. It's a lot better than the mountains of garbage that you could find in social media normally. Soren is... Actually, the one thing I want to check is... Yes, perfect, okay. I was a little worried about his weapon ranks. Actually, I wasn't worried about his win rank, I was worried about fire, so... That Meteor Tome that I saved at the end of Part 2 of this game, it's going to come in handy later, and I really needed Soren to have at least a weapon rank where he could use the tome. It's part of the reason why I was so paranoid about buying arm scrolls early. This guy might not seem like much, but at least in the context of this playthrough, I want him to be as powerful as possible. He's basically Ike's right-hand man. I think he's a bond support with Ike as well, so if nothing else, I will probably be using him just so that I can have Ike be as powerful as possible. But that's not to say that he's a bad unit in his own right. He's got Adept because, you know, he's the tactician, so I guess it makes sense that he would be smarter than everybody else. He is smarter than everybody else, and he knows it, and it's adorable that he knows it. But if I'm being perfectly honest, like, out of all the Greil Mercenaries, I think he's one of the ones that takes a bit more effort to get going than everybody else. If you get promoted, he's very, very solid, but yeah. Wind Magic was largely untouched from how good it was in Path of Radiance, and he thankfully starts with an Elwyn Tome and very high magic, so he'll be doubling foes very, very reliably. And he's just It's kind of unfun in this game not to use mages, and he's one of the better ones, make no mistake. I would dare go so far as to say that he's probably the best one in the game, purely because his main competition is, like, Micaiah, and that's it. And she's stuck using light tomes for life, and he gets the full arcane tree to work with, which is a lot more versatile. Even if his options are a little bit weaker than what they were in prior games. Anyway, Titania, on the other hand, yeah, look at that. She has no problems getting going. Level 16, nearly cap stats across the board. She was the Jigen back in Path of Radiance, and she was a really good one at that. She's no worse for wear, so she's basically the result of what do you become when nobody really needs, like, this part of the game you don't really need a Jigen because everybody is a pre-promote, and has very good stats at that. Oh wow, she gets a lot of bond supports. I didn't think about that, because yeah, this is everybody that she had a support with. I didn't think about that, so that's extra good, because I think she gets bonuses from everybody else if I deploy her. She's well, when you're the Jigen in Path of Radiance, I guess that just de facto makes you the best paladin in the entire game. Like I said, she starts out strong, she stays that way, even though her growth rates are a little bit subpar compared to everybody else. I mean, with bases like that, you don't need them. Like I said with Elincia back in Part 2, Queen just slays. She's one of my favorite units across both games, too. I think her story, at least, and how she's connected to the Greil Mercenaries as a whole is really, really well presented. I didn't get in too much into it because I was focused on the Ike Soren support a lot in my Path of Radiance playthrough, but it's more or less implied that she did have a crush on Greil for most of her life, at least until the poor man died. But anyway, she was the group mom back in Path of Radiance, and she still kind of is, although for reasons I won't get into, you kind of don't need to be the group mom when everybody's grown up. Speaking of grown-ups, Mist isn't one, but, well, I mean, she can at least attack now. Those bases leave a little bit to be desired, much like Mist did for much of Path of Radiance. She's only level 1, though, and fortunately, like, oh my god, look at that bot support list, that's crazy, but she's okay. Like, she's one of the units that I think requires a fair amount of effort to get going, but I will say that the payoff is a lot better than it is in Path of Radiance. She did, as you might have noticed, she forgot where her horse was at the end of that game, but she did remember how to use swords, which is important. This floret right here is a lot of what makes her work. It's effectively an overpowered slim sword that can attack at 1-2 range. It also uses magic instead, and yeah, hitting for 27 attack on a magic stat is pretty good. Even if it is an exclusive weapon. You only ever need one of these, and it's basically, she was born to use exclusively this thing, and probably will be for life. Although, if I'm being perfectly honest, if you can get her sword rank up, and it can go all the way up to max if you wanted to, she's not that bad of a user of 2-range swords, including, of all things, like, well, I won't get ahead of myself, but anyway. Rolf is our other trainee-type unit. He's a little bit better than Mist, if only because he's in a class that got massively buffed. Leonardo wasn't the best example of this, but snipers in Radiant Dawn are really good. The addition of crossbows, which... okay, you can't see it, but archers can, when they promote into snipers, they can use crossbows. Warriors have mainly been using crossbows, but Rolf can use one as well. He's also got his trusty Rolf's bow here that isn't exclusive to him. In fact, it's C rank, which means anybody and everybody can use it, but it is very, very good. And it's, again, like the Floret weapon with Mist, it does help him give him a leg up early. His growth rates are incredible, and he's basically the main trainee unit of the Greil Mercenaries, kind of inheriting that role he had in Radiant Dawn, but is he really I guess he's a trainee unit compared to everybody else, but what do I know? Might as well skip ahead a little bit to talk about his mentor, Shannon, who is the actual, like, god-tier marksman in this game. Like, look at this guy, this is ridiculous! He was kind of a crappy unit in Path of Radiance because he was gone for most of the game, and then when he came back, his stats were so laughably far behind everybody else that it wasn't even funny, but now he's just good. Like, really, really good. Oh hey, he already capped out his bow. This killer bow that he's got here, he was born to use these things, and he will murderize everybody with it. He's got 54 crit at base. He lost his effectiveness against Wyverns, which is more of a fault with how Wyverns got buffed, but he doesn't really need to. With 20 defense, you're not going to care about him having the provoke skill, which just, I mean, this is just the skill that says that, yes, I do piss everybody off in a 10-mile radius, but honestly, he can take hits. Rolf can take hits too, but he needs a couple levels to make him work. Shannon is good right out of the gate and only gets better with time. Without question, I think he's the best archer in the entire game. And is kind of a testament to how archers should be in most Fire Emblem games instead of what they normally are, which is squishy units that have to attack at range and can't counter on enemy phase. Granted, like I said, the addition of crossbows is really what makes snipers good over anything else, but that's not a big deal for Shannon, because he can just take the hits anyway if he needs to. Speaking of taking hits, Boyd! One of the units that I believe he also got transfer bonuses. I didn't bother to check what his stats were, although, yeah, he capped axes, so that doesn't really matter. I think he inherited strength, and I want to say skill, although I would need to double-check those stats. Boyd is, I think, the unit more than anything else, more than anybody else, that benefited from transfer bonuses the most. Well, Ike obviously did, but that's because he inherited so gosh darn many, but Boyd's right there with him. He's got a, basically, like I said, similar to Shannon, he can turn into kind of a crit machine with a killer axe in hand, and yeah, he's definitely got I think the main unit that he's competing with is Nolan, and honestly, the two are about on par with each other throughout the entire game. They both have incredibly good availability across the game, and just, the warrior class is just so good. Gonna turn my mic up a little bit. The task at hand is competing with me a little bit for airtime, but anyway. Yeah, the main reason that I think Boyd is considered a bit of a mediocre unit in Radiant Dawn is in part because, like I said, he's on par with Nolan, but Nolan is a pretty decent unit in that's sitting atop a mountain of garbage. Boyd is a decent unit that is basically part of an assembly of fantastic units, which is in part why he's a little bit underrated. He can be a bit harder to use on, well, hard, but we're not playing on hard, so I don't care. I will admit, the oldest of the three green-haired brothers, Oscar's a great paladin, don't get me wrong, but if I'm being perfectly honest, I haven't really had a lot of time or inclination to use him across the two playthroughs that I've had of this game. There's nothing wrong with that, it's just that, wow, I think he only got that bond support with Kuran because I got his support up to A in Path of Radiance, but he's a very, very good paladin. He's only a step behind Titania, in part because he's 4 levels lower than her, but yeah, he was exceptionally good in Path of Radiance, and I think that kind of carries on. The main thing that Titania and Oscar have going against them is the problem that Cavaliers in general face in Radiant Dawn. They're not nerfed directly, although I guess they are, because you can't get multiple weapons on your paladins until they promote, but that's a problem to address later. Or right now, actually, but Anyway, it would have been the same problem that, like, Fiona would have faced. Well, actually, her situation is a bit more pronounced. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Excuse me. Jeez, But, yeah, like I said, the other thing that Cavaliers face in Radiant Dawn that's a problem is sometimes the maps are just built against them. Any map where we have to cross water or go over a cliff, which we're gonna run into a couple of them in this game, Cavaliers are just not gonna be doing too hot, but like in a similar position to Joffrey and to some extent Kiran, those bases can get Oscar very, very far. I actually want to try using him in this game, just because, like I said, in Radiant Dawn he was really good, and like I said, I don't have a ton of experience with him, and I would like to change that. Speaking of units I do have experience with, though, the fucking man right here, Gatry. Easily the best armor knight in the entire game, purely because he starts with 20 speed. Braum can kind of hold a candle to this guy if he gets good level ups, but Gatry's just good out of the box and he stays that way. He was basically like just an iron wall that, even though he got doubled constantly in Path of Radiance, it didn't really matter because nobody that wasn't a mage did that much damage to him. And even if he ran into a mage, he probably one-shot them anyway with his exceptionally high attack stats. I kept making dumb Germa references related to him because of this whole, like, Shadad's the lightning, I'm the thunder, or something that he was going on about, which, it was a bit overwrought, and given my tendency to name forged weapons after vegetables in this game, I don't think that's gonna happen very much in this game. I don't know. As for our last two units bringing up the rear here, I'm going to talk about Mia first, because you might be wondering if you played Path of Radiance, why is Mia here? Well, I guess it's because, like, I think she says at the end of Path of Radiance that, like, Ike seems like he's fun to hang around, so she's going to stick around, but if I'm being perfectly honest, it's because Mia is always looking for people to 1v1, and let's be real, if you're going to 1v1 anyone, it would probably be Ike, or her magical, like, nemesis that wears white, which, how has she not noticed Lucia this entire time? That's a mystery that we'll carry to our graves. The other mystery is why the Mia's Armpits subreddit exists. Like, look at that up if you don't believe me. I'm not going to talk about it any further after that, I just wanted to mention it because I thought it was funny. Anyway, speaking of best in the entire game, oh my, that skill and speed. Mia's insane. She is the best swordmaster in the entire game, and if it's not an armor knight, she will two-shot it. Or critically hit and two-shot it. Give this woman a killer edge, and she will just murder everything. And if that doesn't work, wait until you see what she promotes him to. Across the board, like, even in 0% growth rates runs, where some of the trainee units tend to fall behind a little bit, Mia is, I think, I'd have to check the LTC 0% growth rates run again that Don does in his YouTube channel, but I believe Mia is one of the units that just absolutely sings across any difficulty. And she's just so fun to use, just turning everything into chop suey. That being said, though, keep an eye out for the Armor Knights, at least until she gets her strength growth up a little bit. As for our boy Reese, or Rice, I never could pronounce this guy's name correctly, but again, he's another unit that I managed to get transfer bonuses onto. He's actually the last of the 5 units that I got, and I don't know how he's really going to play out. He can attack too, and he's got a very high magic growth for it, but he is stuck using light magic. And unlike Micaiah, he doesn't have a personal tome that really makes that he can really make the most of. And we don't get some of the higher tier tomes like Shine until towards the end of the game, which is a little bit unfortunate. But if you need healing, he's your guy, same as the way he was before. And yeah, he didn't get, I don't think he got any weapon EXP in light magic, but actually I don't even think light magic was a weapon rank. I'd have to double check, but I think it was actually a personal skill that bishops got that let them use light magic. It was very strange. But he'll be able to use any of the high tier staffs that we come across, although Mist can kind of use them too, but her magic range will limit that somewhat. If we get a physics staff on this guy, he's going to be able to heal people from across the goddamn map. It's just going to be so useful. I don't know what his endgame viability is, but if you want, he's competing with Alencia for being the best healer in the game, and the only reason that Alencia can really compete with him is because she's already promoted to tier 3, has exceptionally high bases, and can fly, but he's right behind her, I think. Anyway, yeah, I don't have skills to manage. Actually, I don't think I have anything in my convoy except for... Let me check something real quick. Yep, that's where those coins went. So, we don't have access to the forge right now, but that's gonna change in a little bit. So, I've been waffling on for too long. Let's check out these info conversations real quick, because... yeah, we have a ton of them. These are all flavor text, but it'll be nice to catch up with people after, what, like 3.5 years? Possibly longer since we hung out with this crew, so let's go ahead and have a couple chats. Are you alright? You look distracted. Oh, it's nothing. Don't worry about me. Renald, you know you can talk to me. It's just, I feel bad about this whole thing, you know? I'm not sure I understand what you mean. I pulled you, Bjork, into Lagu's affairs. It's not exactly your problem, you know? Listen, you offered me a job, and I decided to take the contract. It's as simple as that. Actually, that's a good question. Like, when do we get paid? That's the only thing, like, I don't know why Ike is putting it out of his mind, but, like, I don't think they got paid yet. I told the others that they could leave if they didn't want to work with the Goose, but everybody decided they'd rather stay. Don't worry about it, Rolf. What about the Black Knight? Aren't you gonna abandon your search? Yeah, at least for now. I figured that if he's still alive, our paths will cross again. There's no rush. Yeah, I guess you're right. No point in dwelling on things I can't change, right? Thanks, Ike. Hey, no problem. Anything to keep you from moping about like a sullen kid. Fair enough. Besides, I've had this nagging headache that ever since I left Gallia with that hot-headed lion. Do you mean General Skrimir? That's the one. Skrimir is King Kanagus' nephew and is on track to become the next king of Gallia. He's the successor to Kanagus? He must be an absolute terror in battle. Absolutely. He's so powerful, I think he's gonna get himself in trouble, and he's the reason for my headache. You need a sympathetic ear about that, too? Thanks, Ike. But I'll tell you about it some other time. Let's eat and catch some shut-eye before we set off for battle tonight. Alright. See you at dinner. Hey, Ranulf. Yeah? You can come talk to me anytime you want. Don't think you're all alone in all this. What are you, an inquisitor? Our guys gotta do something between battles. Talk to you later? I don't know if that was supposed to be framed as a question, but anyway. Let's see what Mist is up to. To be honest, I didn't want you to come along on this mission. Really? Well, it's not like you could have stopped me even if you wanted to. Ranulf is my friend too, you know? Come on, Mist, Ike, I'm not gonna repeat the same mistake I made with Dad. I don't want you to die while I'm somewhere else. It was horrible. It ate me up from the inside. I'm never going through something like that ever again. Mist. Everyone in the Greil Mercenaries is part of a family. We all follow the commander, no matter what. We'll live together, fight together, and die together. Right, Ike? Alright, but promise me this. When we're out on the battlefield, stay where I can see you. It'll put my mind at ease. I promise, Ike. Oh, that was quick. Yeah, I can't really blame Mist for thinking the way that she does, especially since she, good lord, like, some kids grow up fast, and Mist had to grow up incredibly fast. Probably faster than Ike did, because I think he's supposed to be 17 when the events of Path of Radiance started, and yeah, he kind of it took him 1.5 years to really become the man that he is right now, but Mist, like, God, like, I don't want to get into it any further. Let's talk to our friend here, who I'm going to have a lot of fun voicing, I have to say. I was looking forward to voicing Tabarn and a couple of the other characters that return to Path of Radiance, but Skrimir, oh boy, he's a lot of fun. Ah, hi, Bjork Hero, how are you? Pretty good. Give good, Rudolph told me about you. You're a skilled warrior, right? Well, I don't think I'm a pushover, I'll say that much. Don't be humble. My king, also told me about you. Observe Ike and learn his skills, then you shall become even stronger. King Kanagus said that? He did. I'm eager to watch you battle. You can learn from me as well. I intend to. Lions are the strongest of the beast tribe, and I have trained to fight by the I've been trained to fight by the king himself. I was going to fight in the Mad King's War, but my uncle forbade it. He said that I still had much to learn. But now, my time has come, and you will truly see the might of the beasts. Looking forward to that. Boy, hey, feast your family. Oh, this one's funny. So, what do you think? Ah, these are all the favorite foods of the beast tribe. They will be happy. Oscar, you're a chef? That's right. Ha! Great! I can't wait to see the looks on their faces when they learn that a Bjork made all this delicious food. Ah, stop it. You're embarrassing me. But it's true. Where did you learn all this, Oscar? You should start teaching classes. Yes, your food very good. So good, it will be eaten very quickly. Really? Do you think I should make more? Us beasts have a healthy appetite, of course. On top of that, we have General Skrimir and Ike. Yeah, I'd be surprised if what's here lasted past those two, much less a whole pack of Lagoos. You're exaggerating. Ike is Bjork. He couldn't possibly eat as much as someone from the Beast tribe. Well, maybe he would. Actually, yeah, he most definitely would. Yeah, especially the ribs and steaks. Mordecai, how about we go hunt for more game? Right. There are probably enough herbs to flavor everything. I'll go get more. My, we might need to harvest an entire mountain. It kind of gets copy-pasted over to some characters like, I think Stahl in particular from Fire Emblem 13 is heavily based off of Oscar, but I won't complain about overusing a character traits like being a goddamn chef. If Oscar's taught me anything, alongside, well, I don't want to get on a big tangent, but I'll just say that as long as I play Fire Emblem games, there will always be a place for tall, awkward white boys in the cast. Especially ones that can cook, and yeah, I feel seen and heard by that. I'll just say it straight up. Anyway, yeah, we can't use the shop right now, but I think we actually start with a little bit of money, which is, I think, what Ranulf was supposed to have paid us, which, let's just say, Mist's comment about the Greil Mercenaries being poor, that is a constant throughout most of this part of the game. But anyway, let's check to see who the MVP was real fast. Yeah, it was hard. I'm kind of glad it was hard instead of Valencia or Nephany, because Hard's going to have a lot of tough competition going forward in terms of getting MVP status, but boy howdy, if you saw how he played at the end of Part 2, he's gonna be trying a lot, but anyway. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick, even though, like I said, if pre-roll ads play before I get a chance to really get into or while I'm getting into the action, I apologize, but, duty calls, as they say. BRB. Alright, I am back. Let's get back into the action. Anyway, I think I don't have anything to do, and I just saved, so let's take care of things. Or get down to business, I don't know how you put it. Oh, this is lunacy! Look how meager our force is, especially considering our proximity to Gallia. General Septimus, sir, we're only making the rounds this evening. We don't need a bigger force. No, you're wrong. Even now, those bloodthirsty beasts are stalking us. I just know it, believe me. General, please calm yourself. You say this every evening, and yet we've never had any... Enemy fire! We're under attack! It's those Gallian beasts. The subhumans are attacking us. What? See? See? Now do you see, fool? I was right. I told you. Now what do we do? You're the general. Shouldn't you be making that decision? Run down all that get in your way. Make your path of blood and bone. Advance! 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 Group transformation! Yeesh, I'm glad he's on our side. I see the family resemblance. Keep up, everyone. Let's get to work. Let's get to work indeed. We don't even get battle preparations because we don't really need them. If I'm being perfectly honest, if I can go into the conditions real fast, like I said, enter Greil Mercenaries stage left, literally in this case. This map will literally play itself if you let it. It is basically a free win. I could just stay standing here and do nothing, and Skramir will kill everything on the map for us, almost by himself. Like, I don't know, he's not his dad or his dad's right-hand man, but he's a powerhouse. Renault's no slouch either. Cat Lagoo's might have gotten seriously hampered by the changes that got made to Lagoo's units in this game, but he's still really good. I can't wait to be able to use him later, but I'm getting ahead of myself. In terms of who to actually... The real question is who to send forward first. Usually I'll send Titania. The problem with this map... The main problem with this map is that it's a Fog of War map, and we can't really see much of anything, but... It's mainly going to be advance forward along this position. We are kind of racing against these guys for XP, even though, as you can see, Skramir has to seize the objective, not us. But I do want to be able to deal with the enemies on the map and try to get the XP out of the map that I can. Mia and Soren, I think, are the two units that I really want to focus on getting XP to, since they're the most underleveled out of the main cast that I plan on using the most. I do plan on giving everybody their time in the sun, even if I don't plan on training them long-term, because, like I said, this group is just fun to use. I guess, yeah, Titania, if you want to lead us off. I forget one point. There. There's a Swordmaster right there. Well, now's a good time as any to call down the thunder. Did I turn... Hang on. I did turn... Yeah, everybody's got combat animations on. Like with Braum, I will be turning Gatries off at some point because, yeah, generals are just way too goddamn slow, but... For the time being, yeah, we got weapon triangle advantage. He's got good biorhythm, but he can't do shit to us, so... I think I'm gonna lead with the 94. Let's rock. I will say, too, the Greil Mercenaries get their own battle theme, as you're seeing here. This is one of my favorite themes of the game. Just hands down. It's just very, very fitting for this group. Anyway, call down the thunder. Now let's reap the whirlwind. Good stuff. We can afford to be a little bit more aggressive with these guys, if only because, like I said, this map kind of encourages you to rush, and these guys are very good at doing that. A lot better than the Dombrigade, I'll say that much. Especially when... Well, I can't two-shot this guy unless he uses the Eddard, but why the hell not? See ya, next target. That's gonna go to Boyd, I think. Make the most sense, but I need to provide cover for Rolf, and I think his two brothers can actually do a pretty good job here of doing that. Yeah, like I said, well, what is this guy's defense? 17, that's not bad. I couldn't leave it up to the master, but... Yeah, I kind of... Like I said, I don't know what Rolf's long-term viability is, like I was saying at the top, but... Hey, I won't say no to using him right now. Nice dodge. Our main one of my main goals in this map using Shannon and Rolf is to occupy these two ballista. Like Ranulf was saying, that's one of the main problems Lagoo's units deal with, mainly because they can't counter them, like, period. It's a little hard to do that when you can only attack at range, but... I'm gonna have Mia run into this thicket right here. I'll keep the Woe Dao out, that's a pretty good weapon. Now, I believe Oscar will... Yeah, I would prefer if he took the brunt of enemy fire, or took the brunt of the fire on enemy phase, because I believe his defense is a lot higher than Boyd's. Well, not by that much, but still. Yeah, so I'm going to put him here. Boyd's going to pick up the Halberdier kill, and then probably just keep up... We just got to keep up the momentum. Closer. And then that leaves our healers, and nobody took any damage that turn, so I believe you have 7. You both have 7 defense, so I really don't want you to take any stray shots. I think yeah, we'll do something like this, just because I think that makes it a bit easier to keep bond supports in range. Hey, Exo, how you doing? We got to the good part of the game. Well, the better part of the game. Okay, please. Okay, good. So I have a funny story about this cat, Lagoo's. The last time I played this... Okay, I saw that coming with Provoke. Oh, I didn't cover Rolf. Well, Shannon's got to cover. I have a funny story about that cat, Lagoo's, that Halberdier just attacked. The last time I played through this map, that guy got crit, or that cat Lagoo's got crit. I'm not kidding. The Halberdier had a first hit critical, and that cat died immediately. It was actually pretty funny. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Hey CJ, what's up? Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite maps in the game, even though it's a bit symptomatic of some of Radiant Dawn's problems. I think part of the reason for what you're just describing is that, as you just noticed, Skirmir advances first before all of the other Lagoo's, and I believe the AI, at least by the look of it, they go lions, tigers, cats to some extent, so that's mainly so that, I think they're trying to prevent a situation at the back of the map so that if it gets to the green unit's turn, then, okay, if Ranulf is leading the charge, I'm a little less worried about it, because Ranulf is just really good. Yeah, case in point. Good job, Ranulf. But yeah, one of the annoying things is that I do have to wait for the green units to take all of their turns, and on maps like this, that can get a little bit obnoxious. I somehow didn't run into that problem with 2-3, Mainly because I had the, you can actually control the NPCs on that map, and I had them set to running around as decoys, and yeah, if it wasn't enough of a problem, these guys already spawn in. Granted, they have to... Okay, they don't spawn with grass, so they'll take a couple turns to get ready. Well, Rolf, let me just... Oh, Killer Ballista, too, that's sick. Yeah, this is mainly what I gotta do with these guys, and this is a pretty good use of Ballista, because they don't even have snipers over here, so these are basically for us to use. Kind of makes sense, seeing as how this is all about, these guys getting caught with their pants down, but... So I think what I gotta do is, this guy's gotta die... This guy, I think, is just free food for Mia. So let's see if we can get a crit. If not, Ike will be picking up this kill. Oh yeah. That's what I like to see. Oh! There's another one. Funny. And... Gatry, can you one-shot this guy? You cannot, but you can double him, which is... This is what I love about Gatry, is he just is like... He reminds me a lot of, like, what Gwendolyn can turn into in Fire Emblem 6 if you bother to level up, where it's just like, why am I... It's like, you go from, like, this unit sucks to, why am I doubling everything? If I have a sword user, that's basically a free win. Speaking of free... Yeah, Titania can do a drive-by on this guy if I want her to, and I kind of... I think I'm better off using Mist here, and then... I guess... I do want to show off the combat utility of most of these guys, but we're gonna have time to do that. We're gonna have plenty of time. Don't waste the edit if you don't have to. Ike not being a priority unit in terms of, like, EXP and stuff like that, but still being very fun to use is... It's just gravy, I'm gonna be honest with you. It is part of the reason why this part of the game is so much fun. How much damage do you do? 19, okay, so I'm gonna want to use the... Yeah, I'm gonna want to do this. If Soren procs at it, then I can do something really funny. Okay, yeah. That's okay. Want to keep these two in close proximity to each other to get that bond support, but if I put Mist here, then Oscar will be fine next turn. Or not Oscar. God, I'm blanking. Words are hard. Anyway, we get the drive-by right here. Titania doesn't need any of this XP, but it's just fun to use her. Yeah, only 9 compared to Mia and some of the others who got, Oh, okay, I guess I can't have you frontline. That's okay. Who do I want to put forward here? I don't know if this is going to reveal very many tiles. No, it didn't. Okay. We'll just, Yeah, the position that I'm in is a little weird because I can't see far enough ahead in the fog, and I know there are enemies here, I just don't know what tiles they're on. And I don't want Oscar to get caught out. He'll be fine, I think, especially if I'm just gonna put him... This is the thicket, right? Yeah, I'll put him right here. And then, like I said, we're just gonna have... Rice here keep pace. There they are. Okay, that's a little bit nasty, but I think I'll be ooh, not if he crits. He didn't, we're fine. This is the part that's annoying. Alright, thankfully I can press the A button to speed this up. I'm not worried about any kills being stolen from any of the ballista, just because it's really not that big of a deal. Thankfully, the EXP that these guys get will be converted into bonus experience, so not really that big a problem. And the Greil Mercenaries in particular can definitely benefit from a lot of bonus experience, so unfortunately, yeah, these guys are going to get caught in a traffic jam, so it's our turn to break the logjam. Oh, come on, Rob, really? Okay, well, I'm gonna have to have you do other stuff, because I think I'm gonna... If I toss Shannon on this one, then he can probably do a pretty good job of taking care of whoever I want him to, but... Ooh, you're one tile short. That's kind of annoying. What's not annoying, I think, is... Screw can't double this guy? Are you kidding me? Oh, okay. 18 speed. I think he's got... Yeah, he's 1 point short. That's so annoying. Regardless, I think, Mia, you can take care of this guy, though. Well, you can't, so I guess Shannon's better served trying to take care of this guy for me. Oh, you're mincemeat. Look at a list. Shannon just doing what he does best, and what he will probably do for 90% of the game, which is just murder things. And yeah, I knew there was an enemy there. Yeah, I could give this kill to Rice if I really want to, but... Because Shannon's gonna go onto this Ballista next turn, but I want to make sure that I can... Like I said, I've been using Titania to scout in the fog, but she's kind of fallen behind everybody else at this point, so... I'll have you keep the short axe out as a just in case, but... Yeah, don't waste the good stuff. Fire Tome will come in handy here. I'll have Ike and Oscar kind of frontline here. I'll put Boyd back here, I think, for the time. Yeah, I'll have Boyd back here with his hand axe. That should hopefully... Not yet, though. Let's heal him up first. This should hopefully be some pretty good bait, and then... Yeah, these thickets are going to make life a little bit difficult, especially for, like, my footlock units, but it's not too big of a problem. Anyway, I could try for a crit on any of these guys, so... These guys are going to die on enemy phase, but if I can kill one... Actually, I'm going to kill the Fire Mage instead. Or at least try to. And now we wait like 10 minutes. That's what I was a little worried about, but that guy is just dead meat, so that's okay. Hopefully Skirmir will advance to kill him, because otherwise I'm going to be waiting around for a few turns. Nice dodge. I do have a personal interest in keeping these guys alive, in keeping the Lagoos alive, or in having them stay alive, just because the more of them that stay alive at the end of the chapter, the more bonus experience I get. And this is the main blockade I'm worried about from here. Mainly because, from my personal experience, that Fire Mage and that Sniper really tend to slow these guys down a bunch. There's even more just to sell how free this is. Alright, go to town, Shinon. I'm getting no crits off of these things. That's very annoying. Let's spread the love around. Give these guys some pepper. So, the story with Mia and Armor Knights, clear as day in my opinion. One thing that she can't really deal with, but we have more than enough units that can. And yeah, you are prime target for wind-induced public humiliation here. I could even give this kill to Mia if I get Nana proc, but I'm not gonna rely on it. Hello, Mr. Mage. How are you doing? Yep, that's a kill. The best part is I can have you advance forward a little bit. Not into that thicket right there, but I can get you kind of close. And there's nobody in there, which is good. Who do I want to give this to? Well, since nobody needs healing, I might as well at least try for the Mia pickup, just because it's really funny. L-Light's a pretty good tome, it's just that it's a little low on the power side, which is not what you really want. Yeah, the Woda will do, excuse me, jack all, so let's try for this? This is normally ill-advised, but it's honestly okay. Just because this guy was so low health. Anybody need a top off? Nobody. That's kind of surprising. Granted, nobody's gotten a level up yet, so I guess that might be why. Let's have our two Cavaliers kind of... Oh, hello. Well, Boyd can handle this, or at least put a dent in it. Ooh! That crit animation is actually really funny. It's not quite the human cyclone that the Warriors have in the GBA Fire Emblem games, but it's still really, really fun. And Ike is ironically the last one to move. Anyway, this guy should hopefully run... Okay, he's not gonna run away. Unfortunately, I think that tiger's dead. Yep. Nothing I can do about that, but there's always gonna be one to take their place. That, on the other hand, is just unfortunate. You are just food again.
Weaklings, where is your general? Fight, coward! I am Skirmir, general of God. Oh no, they're drawing near! We're finished! We're doomed!
Please be quiet, General. You'll hurt the troops' morale. Wait, where are you going?
To safety! I must escape to Mugil! The beasts, they wish to consume me!
General Septimus, gutless coward. Are you scared of these worthless subhumans? Oh, interesting. He actually leaves the map. I forgot about that. I thought that the other guy was just the commander in charge the whole time. They broke through that wall. That's nice. I don't know if I'm really doing much, but... Oh, that's bad. I think at this point, Rolf just has to drop his ballista and get going, but... Oh yeah, they are really gunning for these guys at like a record pace here. Like I said, I'm mainly competing with these guys for XP, and I'm not that worried if I don't sink my teeth into the boss, so to speak, because he does drop his weapon, but for whatever reason, I think if Skirmir kills the boss, which in my experience he usually does, he just kind of puts the boss's weapon in our inventory, which is really funny when you think about it. You'd think a guy like him would take trophies or souvenirs, but no, he doesn't. Okay, so you are... Ooh, it's a really good thing you don't move, because had I noticed that Horse Slayer, I definitely would have not moved, had my Cavalier form that wall. So I got lucky. A Killer Axe will do this guy in, but if I advance Void past this guy, he can do a lot of work. That's barely enough XP. Titania's in a pretty unfortunate spot right now. What can you do, Oscar? I can pick up that kill if I want to, but I think Shannon could also do some damage here. Not much, though, admittedly. Wow, okay, these ballistas suck more than I thought they would. Rolf, okay, these guys can actually convert for a kill here, so... That's handy. I think that's... Are you for real? Okay. I think one of the problems is that these ballista don't scale with damage, but... No crits either, that's really annoying. You'd think I'd get at least one, but no, you'd be wrong. I probably want Titania to try to kill one of... Yeah, these are all fire mages, and I would like at least one of them to die. Otherwise, we're gonna... Like, Void in particular, I'm worried about, because these guys have horrible resistance. Gators is okay. That's a... Oh, wow. Oscar's just really good at handling these guys. Yeah. My kingdom for a hammer. This guy would be dead instantly if I could get that. I might as well try for the crit here, because I think this is a... Yeah, I'll try for the crit, because if Void crits here, that's going to open up a lot of options for me, and it's not very likely that he gets hit. No crit, but that's okay. Ooh, that's annoying. Especially since I... Yeah, normally I would just... Because I think you're 6 to... Yeah, 9, yeah. Reese could shove Soren forward if I needed him to, because... Bit of a conundrum to put myself in. Titania will be fine. I think these guys prioritize attacking the green units anyway, so it's... Not like I'm in that big of a pickle. I'm not in one at all, now that I think about it. Game? Okay, good. Was a little worried there for a minute. Anytime this game takes a while to load, it's like, I don't know about this. Ooh, see what I mean? Yeah, that's 18 damage on the chin. I say that running into a lot of mages doesn't happen often, then it immediately happens to me. Soren, you want to do me a tremendous favor here? Let's use the... I already used all the other tomes. Let's use the Thunder Tome, just for shits and giggles. These guys are not helping my cause here. Or... Well, they're not making this go any faster, I guess is what I meant to say. Out of curiosity... Yeah, that's what I thought. No way that's gonna do anything. I think Geishu's my best bet here. Yeah, that's pretty good. I have to be more mindful of when, like, the enemy throws, like, Force Slayers at me and stuff like that, because they really, really like to just put units like that in the fog. Especially in the first couple of chapters here. Ooh, I should have moved Titania down one, that's on me. Because, yeah, I would rather have Mia get this than Ike, and my lack of a wind edge is not helping my case here. Although, oh, that's nice. That opens up a couple options. Because I can kill one of these guys with Ike, and then Mia can probably get the other one. Or I could do the opposite? Both of these are liable to do a lot of damage, so I think what I'll do is I'll lead with the one that's a bit worse if it connects, and then if not, I'll finish the job. Like, I'm ready for the... I do feel like... Yeah, okay, that was the worst possible outcome. That was really the worst possible outcome, okay. This is why you don't rely on crits, if you can avoid it. Because now I think all the mages have to die, which is not the outcome that I wanted to see, but that's what I have to do to keep my units alive. Yeah, because Rice can't get in position, yeah, he can't get in position, so... I think what I'm going to do is forego killing one of the generals to focus on killing these mages, because this way, I don't know if that guy would go out of his way to kill Mia, or that general, but... Okay, yeah, because if I was able to put Ike here, then Mia would be completely safe, but... Yeah, I maybe positioned my guys a little wrong. Hopefully I don't get punished for it, we'll see. Of course, now that I mentioned it, I definitely will, that's how this works usually. Okay, good. Goodbye, Mr. Cat. Sorry to see you go. Can you one-shot that tiger? No, but you can do a lot of damage. I believe these halberdiers are both dead. Oh, that guy's dead. Yeah, sorry, buddy. This is why cat lagoons are kind of bad, because if they untransform at the wrong time, it's curtains. Hopefully that tiger will run away, because I want to see if I can get that warrior kill onto somebody. I probably won't, because Skrimir is about to take care of him. Okay, their front line just ran out of gas, which might present an opportunity for me. Okay, that's what I thought. Are you for real? That guy was blocked off. Even if I wanted to take care of him, I couldn't. What are you doing? Okay, I know what Ranulf is doing, which is being smart, but good god, man, that's so dumb. Why would you do that? Why would you just... Why would you just run forward like that? This is why Fire Emblem fans hate green units, good lord. Oh, yeah, that guy didn't even die yet. Okay, I hope he didn't take my... There's no way he took my Vulner, that would be very funny. Not that Mia even has one, good lord. Okay, so... Well, you're getting healed up immediately. This is why you bring healers to the party. Okay, so did you reveal the boss? No. So... Hopefully Ranulf can stay alive here. He's got, I think, enough speed to avoid being doubled by most of the enemies here. And even if he didn't, I could probably use Titania and Oscar to kill this Halberdier. Yeah, I think I can, just because of... I can have Shannon help out here as well. This is the only target he can hit. Nice! There's a crit. Pretty timely, too. Ranulf, you just gotta... Yeah, you can't even do anything here, so you just gotta drop and anchor and run. I don't think Oscar is going to be in range of anybody here, so I think I'll just put him here for now. Didn't reveal anything either, that's kind of what I expected. Yeah, I'm kind of glad Skrimir has a clear path forward, because, yeah, him getting stuck in a traffic jam would be very annoying. One thing I will do, actually, is, Gatry can't do much else this turn, so I'm gonna have Ike advance as far as he can. This is really where mounted units kind of hit their pay dirt. This is one case where mounted units are just really, really good. I don't think... I can put Soren here and give him this kill, but it's risky, and I don't even know if I can do that without shoving him forward twice. Yeah, because Boyd would need to shove him too, and I think it's just easier if Titania tries to get this instead. It's less risky, but I think I can also move her here, if need be. That'll help, because... Yeah, it's a little too risky to use. Like I said, this is risky, but I think it might be worth it. Oh, I can't even do that, okay. And this cat's in the way! God, that wasn't worth it at all. Oh, rip off, man. Yeah, because Boyd's too thick, so he can't do that. Like I said, well, I could take advantage of where the green units are positioned, and we can hopefully just kind of keep Soren within striking distance of enemies without, you know, other stuff going wrong. Yeah, this is my best bet to get any XP out of this. Like I said, this is one less target that Skrimir will try to hit, because I really need him to just... Like I said, the end condition for this map being out of my hands is just kind of annoying. 'Tis the nature of things, though. Oh, none of the remaining enemies move. Okay. I know that the only reinforcements on this map are the NPCs, so Skirmir is also weirdly moving last, but I think it's because the game somehow... Okay, never mind, there he goes. I don't know if Skirmir has plot armor, but I'm willing to bet that he does. Please don't stand in front of the boss. It's kind of funny that they don't back up. Oh, that could be annoying. Ike, can you... You can. Okay, we're in business. Yeah, because if Ike and Oscar take out the boss, then that will free me up to do a lot of good later. And Ike two-shots this guy. Guaranteed? I see you. Yeah, I can mop up all the enemies and then... Yeah, I can mop them up, no problem, so... Yeah. Yeah, I see what I have to do here. Nobody else can really do anything, unfortunately, so... I mean, I can shove people around, but what's the point? Yeah, it's not a question of who can I take care of, it's how do I want to do it. Because, yeah, I think this is the... I think Ike taking care of the boss is the first move no matter what. Yeah, this is just the easiest thing in the world.
Who are you, swine? Why do you side with subhumans?
I'm Ike of the Greil Mercenaries.
I knew that name. Have you forgotten the Apostle's kindness? Thankless fool, you shall pay with your life.
I don't know about that, buddy. First level up of this part of the game. Oh boy, didn't get any speed, but that's okay. Pretty good level up regardless. Subhumans, you dare to fight Vania. There's no hope for you now. This will be your end. Mark my words. Thanks for the crossbow. Oh wow, that didn't complete any uses. Hey Boyd, I got a new thing for you. Do I want him to have it? Well, as much as I would want to steal this guy's wet item, you can't do that. We do like it when Oscar commits war crimes, although, and as much as I would like Boyd to use that crossbow, there's no point in giving it to him right now. Dink. Okay, now it's a question of how do I want to deal with this general, just so Skirmir doesn't get distracted by food. Titania will likely double and kill that guy, so we might as well get what we can out of it with a Void and then go for the kill. And, yeah, nobody took any damage, so might as well just do this, and then get out of here. Just was thinking over whether or not I wanted to trade the hand axe over for Void's inventory, but... Alright, Skirmir, you want to end things off for us? Okay, I gotta wait through this first. Okay, this is entirely unnecessary. Game, this is entirely unnecessary. Why is he moving last? I swear he moved first. There we go. We're done. Are we done? Yeah. The guards are dead, and the rest of the troops fled to the east. We're in good shape.
Is that it? I still crave blood. Find me more humans to kill.
The civilians have no quarrel with us, and the soldiers who surrendered have handed over their weapons.
This is not a fight that I can give. This war will be over too soon.
I wouldn't be so sure. We won this fight, yes, but the Empire has a massive army. Don't forget that there was a time when Benion ruled over us.
You forget. That was before my time.
Did you listen to a word I just said? No, he did. Absolutely.
Soldiers of Gallia, the battle is over. We have won. No human can stand against the Lagoos. We are not done yet. We'll continue to fight, kill, and crush our enemies.
My, what a stupid speech.
Is that Sword's first line of the campaign? No, it's not, but I think it's close to it.
Don't say things like that. I hear that King Kenigus of Gallia was not so different when he was young, so try not to judge so quickly. I don't know, that's really hard to imagine. I'm sure that Skrimir will settle down given time. Well, I hope so, anyway.
Victory awaits us in Mugil. We shall attack, conquer, and celebrate our victory.
Don't you just love the sound of animals fighting? I've been thinking, is this war something that we should really be fighting? After all, we know about Laurent's medallion. As long as the Dark God sleeps within the medallion, the world shall not war. Is that what you mean? That's right. Our ancestors made a vow, and it's our responsibility to prevent the horror they strove against. Chaos is born of strife. If the land is covered in war, the Dark God will break free of the medallion and destroy the world. This war could easily spread across Tellius, and the Dark God could be awakened. We were very fortunate during the Mad King's War, but it was a close call. Can we count on being lucky again? Already, we're talking about a war between Benion, the largest nation on Tellius, and 3 Laguz countries. That's half the known world, and it's not over yet. Have they all forgotten about the possibility of the Dark God's rebirth? Hello all, sorry to interrupt. Lady Titania, Soren, you're both very perceptive. I'd expect nothing less from the Deputy Commander and the Strategist of the Greil Mercenaries. You don't have to worry, though. The whole situation is under control. The medallion is under the protection of the Serenus royal family. Oh, that's where it went. I thought it went back to Mist for some reason. Even if the god escaped, the Herons could control it with their Galdrar. Grayson, Leanne, and Prince Raphael, was it? Ages ago, the Heron leader Laurent sealed the Dark God within the medallion. His descendants have therefore been taught how to subdue it with said magic. So that's the story. We'll be relying heavily on the power of the Greil Mercenaries. I'm counting on you all. Understood. We'll do our best to see this conflict finished as quickly as possible. Right, Ike? Yes, of course. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You do get a bit of XP for the, what friendly army fought. And then what's more important is that we kept it, or we didn't really have a choice in how many units survived, but a lot did, which helps. Minimizing casualties is a pretty good show. I'm actually gonna... I'm gonna save down here. I've got enough save slots to work with. You'll forgive me for wanting to keep dedicated saves of this part of the game.
The Laguz alliance sacks Flaguer with ease and sets off immediately for Mugil. The fortresses of Flaguer and Mugil are both key to the defense of western Benion, and have figured for many years in the military plans of Gallia, Crimea, and Dain. The fortress of Mugil is well defended by thick walls and countless blades. However, the Laguz alliance knows that if they are to win this war, Mugil must fall. Ike and his companions march on, though thoughts of the medallion and the dark god entombed within fill their hearts with dread.
Chapter 1, Laguz and Bjork. Now, our next target is Mujil. Its gate is already sealed, and it looks like they intend to keep it that way. This won't go as easily as our battle in Flagur.
Ugh, Bjork are all the same. We run them down just as before.
Skrimir, please, listen just this once. What do you think, Soren? The Flagur survivors will have warned Mugil of our advance. That's so obvious, even you must have anticipated it. You don't have a plan?
Do not mock me, Bjork boy. Why should I bother with plans? No soldier would cower behind a stone wall after being challenged to a battle. We will issue a challenge and they will meet it. We have no need of plans.
Do you realize how completely absurd you sound? The enemy did not build the fortress so that they could stand outside of it. They will not come out of their own accord.
What? Those Bjork cowards? They will hide from us? What do we do? I do not know how to fight cowards.
Don't you get it? That's what we're trying to decide. Think, Skrimir. Just try.
No, that's your job, Renald. You're my second in command. Think of a way for me to use my strength. Anything else is a waste of time. I'll be training outside. Tell me when you have a plan.
Oh, thank God he left. I don't know if I can keep that voice up forever. That is very grating in my throat. Wait, Skrimir. This is ridiculous. I'm amazed that someone was desperate enough to make that fool a general. I am tempted to agree with you on that, but there's a reason he's here. Never in its history has Gallia invaded another country. We don't have any experience or tactics to fall back on for this. On top of that, our general, well, you've seen it yourself. Skrimir, he doesn't pay attention to details, nor does he strategize. Sadly, it's not just Skrimir. Most Laguz are the same. They're arrogant, and they're stubborn. It doesn't even occur to them that they won't be able to power through the Bjork army. Why isn't Knagus leading the army? It's not an option. We aren't mobile like the bird tribes. Once we leave our lands, it isn't easy for us to get back. We can't take our king away from his domain. Well, what about Gifka then? There have to be other capable generals in Gallia. Yeah, you'd think that General Gifka would lead, but Gifka has other duties to attend to, so really that just leaves Skrimir. I understand. Laguz choose their leaders based on strength. If Skrimir is to be the next king, this war will be the best opportunity for him to learn about strategy. Exactly. Since that's the case, we need all the help we can get. Please, lend us your wisdom. Without your help, this war's outcome is certain. You can count on us, Renald. We've told you already, we're here to help. Soren sees something! Well, looks like your strategist isn't fond of Laguz just yet. I'm sorry, Renald, he's gotten better, but... Soren, Renald helped us out. On top of that, he's our client. It's our turn to return the favor, and our job to do it right. Got that? Fine, but it'll cost you more. Thanks, all of you. We appreciate the help. Give me some time to myself. I'll come up with a plan to get us through this mess. Great! We're counting on you, Soren. I know. I'll do what I can. Alright, well, second verse, same as the first. We don't really have a lot of inventory stuff to do except for, well, that. Actually, wait, how's Shanan's inventory? It's fine. We have 3 possible candidates for crossbows, but I think warriors are kind of best bet on it. The only difference being is that 20 speed, 19 speed, 24, but he's got his weapons anyway. Shannon might actually... I think I will give this to Shannon for the time being, because without it, he can't counter it melee rage, which, given its defense, this kind of opens up a couple of options. We also got that coin from last time, which I'll hold on to that. The annoying thing is that we don't have a lot of vulneraries to trade around, which can be kind of bad. The other thing is that, I don't think I can do... Okay, I can't do any supports yet. I don't think I can do them until after next chapter, and I've got to watch my positioning carefully, because if I get a little too haphazard with it, we could run into a problem. There's Ike capping strength, go figure. Yeah, if I'm gonna be honest, I might ease the... I want to say I'm gonna take my foot off the gas with Ike for a little bit, but if I'm being perfectly honest, we both know that everybody knows that that's not gonna happen. Especially since we have a couple of other units that might be good candidates for bonus experience. He's the only one I think that has capped any stats, but that goes to show you why he's the leader. Excuse me, a little bit congested. Anyway, let me go ahead and... You have a B rank in axes? When did that happen? Could he even use axes in Path of Radiance? I forget. Probably not. Anyway, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna... I have a lot of bonus experience for this early, but I don't think I'm gonna dole too much out quite yet. Actually, wait. That's a lie, I will. That just guarantees me it gets a level up off of this mission, which is gonna be pretty good. In terms of skills, I don't think we have... Yeah, we don't have any to give out. I don't want to trade anything around quite yet. So that just leaves the info conversations, and... Also, let's check. I think Skrymir usually just steals MVP. No, it was Ike. Okay. It was only... You know what it was? It was the boss kill, and it only took into... I don't know if it only took into account my units or what, but... Skrymir usually... What was that noise? Oh well. Okay, I swear I heard something, but no big deal. Sorry about that. But yeah, like I said, Ike getting an MVP status is not that big a deal. We have... Oh god, some of these I'm really gonna have to pay attention to. This is more like... This is a bit more flavor text, just going over the remaining units on the Greil Mercenary roster that we didn't talk about, that didn't get a bonus con mode, or an info con mode last time. I am going to take a break real quick just to get some water, just because, like I said, there's a lot of reading in this part of the game, and I want to make sure that my voice stays up to snuff. Be right back. You know, I probably should have gone to intermission instead of just leaving it on the screen, but you know what? You got to appreciate the music, so I don't like it. Anyway, let's take a look at these. Right, it's, how do I want to... I guess I'll just do these in order. No! On the battlefield, nothing is more important than precision and skill. Nah, sorry, kiddo. Power's the most important element. You don't know what you're talking about. It's skill. It's power. Did you practice being this stupid? Idiot meathead. What? Take that back, you little brat. Stars above. Don't you two ever stop fighting? You're siblings. Be nice to each other. So, what is it this time? You be the judge, Mist. What is the most important quality a soldier can have in battle? It's power, but little Rolfie here insists that it's skill. If you don't have skill, you can't hit your enemies. If you're weak, you can't hurt them, even if you do hit them. Oh, you two are ridiculous. Ridiculous? Yeah, what do you mean by that? Skill and power are both important. Only a bad soldier would focus on one over the other. That's true, but you could at least play along a little. Play along? I'm sick and tired of having to listen to your silly arguments. Anyhow, I'm here to give you something. Here you go, Boyd. Hey, thanks! What's that, a shirt? Yep, Boyd's just like Ike. He keeps growing like a beanstalk. If we didn't constantly make his clothes bigger, he'd run out of things to wear. I'm too broke to buy new ones. Thanks for fixing it up, Mist. I really appreciate it. Well, I can't sew very well, but it gets the job done. That it does. I thought Oscar fixed her clothes. He's been busy, so I offered to take over some of his chores. Rolf, I can alter your clothes too, if you want, I mean. No thanks, I can do it myself. Really? Well, alright then. Like he needs alterations. I don't think he's grown in years. Right, short stuff? Shut up, meathead.
Why, you little...
Hey, cut it out. Rolf, wait.
Yeah, you better run, you moss-headed twerp.
Come on, you guys. Anyway, oh god, I know what this one is. Alright, here's our raid message incoming. Oh, this girl. You're gonna think you're dreaming. She's lovely as the dawn, I'm telling you. Alright, just show me already. Where is this sunrise with legs, anyway? Wait, are you saying you're actually curious? I never thought I'd see the day. Well, we're gonna have to hang around these subhumans for quite a while. A pretty face will help keep me sane. Hey, you want to say that again? Ah. Hey, pussycat. You should have dropped by after dinner. I'm a generous man. I would have given you some table scraps. Table scraps? How dare you, you scum! Who do you think you are? I'm not going to forget that. Aw, Kitty wants to play? Sure, I've got some time to kill. Let's dance, Hairball. Hiss! Stop! Don't make another move! Hi, Zai. You should hear the garbage he's saying. He's the worst man I've ever met. He's a Bjork liar. Please accept my apology on behalf of my associate. Please forgive her. Now you, liar, apologize to him. What? Why do I have to be the one to apologize? That guy's the one who started it. Do you want me to report to Captain Renault that you couldn't control your temper and started a fight with a Bjork? No. I'm waiting. I'd forgive you if you apologized. I'm a nice guy, you know. What? Never. You're lucky I don't claw that smile off your face. Liar. I'm sorry. Maybe some other time. Excuse us. I hate it when subhumans like him act all high and mighty. But I need to be just like us, Bjork. He's even worse than the other hairball. What? Did all that stun you into silence? You look like you've been hit in the head. So, her name is Liar. What a pretty name, Liar. What? Oh, come on! Don't tell me the girl you were talking about is that pussycat. Don't mock me, Shannon. This is serious. I feel it. It's destiny. That girl and I are fated to be together. You're chasing after Lagoos now? Gatry, I swear you'd hit on a tree if I dressed it in a skirt. Tell me I'm wrong. I wish Shannon got more lines in this game. He was a total shitbag in Path of Radiance, and I fucking loved him for it. But, oh well. These guys, like I said, it's good that we get a little bit of time in the sun with everybody, because this conflict kind of evolves past the point for individual character interactions pretty fast, and it's especially true with this group that, like, I think even the Dawn Brigade gets a little bit more time in the sun than them, which is a little bit unfortunate, like I said, because, like I said, this is where I kind of miss the old support systems, is at least the support system from Path of Radiance. I think it could have been very, very nice to have. Anyway, challenging. There you are, Commander. Found you. What can I do for you, Mia? What do you think? I only come to you for one thing. Commander, I challenge you. Again? Haven't you had enough? Not at all. I was pretty close to beating you last time. So come on. The longer we wait, the less I'm going to remember about how I got that close. You know I'm not going to go easy on you, right? Or anyone else who comes at me with a sword, for that matter. Good! I like it that way. That's why I love training with you. At least you're getting something out of it. Titania and Mist just complain afterward. Don't you worry about that. I've got the perfect solution. What's that? Yoo-hoo! Bryce, over here. Oh, I see. Interesting idea. He'll fix me right up if I get hurt. What do you think of that, huh? You alright with that, Bryce? I know you don't like watching allies cut each other up during training. That's true, but I think it's better knowing that how the injury happened rather than having someone shush. Bleh. Sorry, let me try that one again. I think it's better that I know how the injury happened rather than having someone just show up and bleed on the floor. It will reduce the shock of seeing all that blood, you know? That's something I learned the hard way. Well, as long as you're alright with it, I guess it's fine with me, too. That settles it. The scene is set, the arena ready. Prepare yourself, Commander. Oh, I already have. Get ready. Just please go easy on each other, alright? Did you hear me? Hello? I don't think they did, buddy. I don't think they did. Anyway, we're done here. Like I said, the lack of a shop and proper inventory management just kind of makes these base convos go by a little bit too fast. Honestly, if it wasn't for the info conversations, I kind of wonder why they would have this at all. Like I said, this map is a little bit annoying compared to the last one. This one might take me an attempt or two. We'll see. These subhumans don't know how much trouble they're causing. We can't go anywhere. Tell me about it. Just yesterday, we could have gone out for drinks and had ourselves a merry old time. Fortunately, we have enough food. They'll give up if we hold out long enough. Sorry we're late. Who are you? Why are you outside? The city is under lockdown. You need permission to leave your homes. What? Well, that's weird. We were told to hang out food to all the watchmen. What? Well, I guess this isn't the place. Should we head back? We don't want the food to spoil. Oh, wait, don't go. You don't have to head back. That food is for us. We're sure of it. Oh, wonderful. Would you call everyone then? I'll pass out the food and drinks. Looks like the watchmen are all asleep. Great job, everybody. The first step is done. Next, we clear out the remaining guards and open the main gate. Renaldo's troops are waiting outside for us. Let's go. Who are you? Subhumans! What's going on? What happened to the lookout? Stand your ground. Our reinforcements will be here soon. Hold fast until they arrive. Yeah, buddy, that's not gonna happen. Oh, we get 12 turns? I thought we got 10. Oh, okay. So, this map is a little bit more annoying than the last one. The last one was basically free. This one we actually have to try. Thankfully, the torches are making it a little bit easier for me to strategize here. So, my best bet, I think, is going to be to... If I remember right, there's... Okay, I think I see what I need to do here. At least one of these guys has a horse slayer. I think it's one of the generals. Or one of the halberdiers that's just out of sight. You also have a hammer, which is going to be very annoying for me to deal with. I don't get it, and I don't get to steal it, and I hate that. The main thing that I have a problem with is that because there's no... I would like there to be a shop at this case, or at least a way to redeploy people, but neither is really happening, which is unfortunate. So, the other wrinkle to this map is these two houses. Oh, and you I also have to worry about. Right, I forgot about you. I think my best bet is going to be to have my cavalry kind of charge this position. Either charge this position or charge down here. I don't remember which one. The other thing I have to check is... Give me one sec. There is a... I want to check my intel real fast. Or I want to check, like I said, I want to check my intel really fast just because, sorry, I had to answer a text as well, which, yes, I know, unprofessional, but you don't come here for professionalism. You come here for the video game. But, let me check here. One of these... I forget which of these houses... Okay, it is the top one, I was right. So, this top one is this top house is a little bit interesting. There's actually not much of a rush to visit these two houses, but I don't want to visit... But I want to visit this one with, Oscar, Boyd, or Rolf. Because if we do, something special happens. If not, we get a Seraph Robe, which is actually a really good item, but if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't think I really need it. The only unit that could use it is Soren, but he typically in my playthroughs gets enough XP to level up normally. Case in point, we're gonna... He doesn't double these guys quite yet, which is unfortunate, but he'll get there. As for Ike, like I said, I don't want anybody that can't survive this killing edge to get in range. And now that I think about it, I think what I want to do is have Gatry run up here and choke this point out. This map, like last time, we have to be pretty aggressive, but that's mainly because this is more of a smash and grab than anything else. The other thing I'm going to do is set the NPCs to halt. We get Leith, who has all our stuff, go figure. Her inventory doesn't reset from part 2, so that's kind of funny. We also have Lyre here, and these two are a bit more of a liability than anything else, so I think I'm just going to leave them here. I do have to leave a couple units behind, I think, because there are reinforcements on this map, including reinforcements that spawn from right around here. So this is where everybody kind of has a job to do, and everybody has to kind of make a big contribution. Usually what I have Ike do is, if I can get this if I can kill this Halberdier, usually Boyd can handle it, in my experience. Yeah, so if I can take care of this guy, then... Now that I think about it, you always want to lead with your units that, yeah, you want to lead with units with... I want to lead with the units that are closer to the back, so their turns don't get wasted. Who has more XP here? Boyd does. Yeah, because I don't think I can kill the... Alright, what? Nope, don't do that. I think unless I use Titania here... Yeah, I can't even reach the guy with the killing edge, which is the biggest thorn in my side, so... Because I really don't want anybody to get crit, but I think if I can get Ike one tile farther forward, we can choke this area off, and then he'll have to... This guy will have to go for Oscar or preferably Ike. I don't want him to go for Boyd, because if he goes for Boyd, Boyd probably dies. So let's have Boyd attack this guy instead. I guess I'll go for the Killer Axe play here, just because might as well. We gotta route this map pretty fast, so let's make the most of it. That's a free kill for whoever wants it, which is nice. But like I said, I'm not in a rush to visit that house. This is the most I can really do with Gatry, if memory serves, so... Yeah, because I think Shannon can help with this guy. Or just flat-out kill him. That would also be effective. Regardless of what I do, I think you have more defense than I suspected you would. That's a little bit annoying. Alright, well, this is an easy pickup for Soren, I guess. We've got to at least set up our initial... Or we have to secure our initial starting location. I'll take that any day. That's good, because, like I said, I want to make the most out of Soren as much as possible. I think given the circumstances, okay, yeah, I have to block this guy off, because I did move forward with him, and I want to at least make it hard for him to get to Boyd. Gatry can't do anything else this turn, so we're going to have him move up to block. Because, yeah, I think we're going to have enemies in these thickets, which is annoying, but what I usually do is have him block this off and then circle up. It's the best that I can really use for him. I think the boss is either in... There are enemies hiding in these corners that I'm going to have to watch out for, but the boss is either up here or somewhere down here. You can't see him right away, which is kind of annoying, but... Yeah, and I don't have to worry about this guy with the hammer, because... Well, I don't. I think I'm going to have Titania go up here, just because if I use him, her, and Ike to wall, That should be a pretty good show. Let's see what Mia can do here. Because this sniper has to die. That's okay. That's pretty good. That's every stat increase that I would want her to have. Not I think transfer bonuses on Mia kind of stinks, because if she... I think if you get her... The problem... Yeah, it speaks more volumes about the way that, the way that, Okay, you need a crossbow, that's a tough sell. And I don't want to get my other units too close, so... Let's do something like this, I think. This is going to be a little bit annoying if I have Titania go too far forward, because I kind of need her to swing back around here before we have units that advance through this fog to where we are right now. Although I think I could send Oscar down here too, and he does kind of fine, so who knows. I think this is where having Shannon frontline can kind of come in handy. Although he probably needs to kill this sniper instead. I also don't want to douse the torch just because... Ooh, that's not good. Yeah, because Rolf can secure that kill, but then I put him in range of the killing edge, and that's really not good, so... Let me think about it this way. End turn, that... Oh, that... Oh, does that open up a safe... It does. Perfect. Hooray for Rolf! Anyway, I'm gonna have Oscar sit here, because I can entice this guy forward, and then... Like I said, we'll have Shannon kill this guy, and then... I'm just gonna have to put my other units in, like, the most safe locations I possibly can. We're not quite out of the woods yet, but this is a heck of a lot easier to deal with than what I was dealing with before. Like I said, I'm gonna have to take that killing edge hit on the chin, but... Well, how did Rice put it? He prefers it when he can actually see the blood, when the blood comes out of people. I don't know what he was getting at. We'll go ahead and do this. The cats are staying put. That is a big butt in my balls, because I did not want that mage to go forward. That's okay, though. Geiju's in the way. He can have himself. And that is probably the best target he could have gone for, because even if he crits twice, which he did, yeah, that opens up Mr. Killing Edge Man for more public humiliation, which is exactly what I like to see. Ooh, nice dodge. Was kind of counting on that too. That guy's stuck in the fog. The, Ooh, you're gonna be a little bit annoying. Not really, actually. I keep forgetting how crappy Thunder Magic can be at times. That's what I was saying. Thankfully, those are Armor Knights, so we don't have to deal with them right away. But I do need to send my units back, because that's a wall of meat right there. Ike dies to... Okay, so these guys can actually take hits for us, but I kind of don't want them to if I can avoid it. Especially since, yeah, this is the gravy train right here. Sword can double kill one of these guys. No problem. No time to really heal. I didn't give Gatry the, I could give him... I gave Boyd the vulnerable, right? Yeah. Because what I think I'm gonna need to do is, snipers can shoot through this wall, so I think I might need Rolf to pull back for a sec, although... Yeah, we're kind of in a tough spot, because I need 2 units to wall here. Possibly 3, now that I think about it, because I need somebody to stand where this guy's standing and where this guy's standing. So... stuff like this, I think, is kind of a no-brainer. Although you... Okay, you have to do this guy, okay. Yeah, stuff like this is a no-brainer, because I kind of have to make this work. Or I kind of have to maximize the amount of damage I can do in this turn. Okay. Now... Or I just need to move my units that are frontlining to new positions. Because if I put Boyd here, he's gonna take a couple hits, but he'll be okay. I want Mia here. If you want to get another crit, that makes my life a hell of a lot easier. I'm not counting on it, but it would be fun. That's what I thought. Whenever I bank on crits, they don't seem to happen. Rolf can't even get that, so... Hang on a sec. Yeah, that's how we do it, but I need to make sure I can kill this guy first. And unfortunately, Boyd is kind of standing on the tile that I want. How do you fare against this guy? He's only got 20 HP, so let me just check this real fast. Oh yeah, easily. I don't even need the, I need to know if that's a safe thing to do, though. It kind of is. Let's go ahead and do this. Make the most out of this light tone. And Ike is going to need to... Oh, you don't even take any damage. That's very handy. That way Rolf can actually get that. Oh, that's hilarious! That's rich. Do I want to clip that? I feel like... I might clip it later, honestly. That's just really funny. Actually, you know what? Fuck it, I will. Give me a sec. Alright, give me one more sec. Perfect. Okay, I got it. Alright, publishing it now. I am sorry I interrupted the action for this. This is just very, very funny to me. There we go. And I'll probably put that on Blue Sky later. Like I said, I gotta promote this nonsense somehow. Anyway, let's get back to the show. So, I can basically just eat your lunch with pretty much anybody that I want. But because of what I did, I think I kind of have to... Yeah, the thing is, Rice can take the hit on the chin. It's just that... And nobody else can really hit him. I don't even think this guy can do damage, because... Yeah, 26 res. Rice can actually tank magic shots all day, which is pretty in character. Yeah, but if Rolf misses... I could use Shinon for that, but... The thing is, this guy might not go for Race if Mist is in his range, so... Because I kind of want to heal Gatry up in case he takes another shot here. Because like I said, if I move him into the thicket, then he's going to be in a much better shot, like, combat. He's going to have a much better shot combat-wise than anything else. So let's start with this. You always lead with your lowest hits. Well, this isn't a lead, but you get the idea. Oh, thanks, buddy. As the master teaches him. Not the worst, either. For all he talked about getting skill being better than power, like, he sure as hell... Oh, fuck, 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 fuck. I didn't want to do that. Oh. Yeah, I think I might do... What I might do is I might do this chapter off-screen. Because normally what happens is, like, if you have one of the three brothers visit this house, they will outright refuse the item I'm about to get. But I screwed up. I mashed the A button too much. Darn. I'm not resetting for this. I'm not going to reset for this, but I think what I'll do is I'll probably redo this chapter off-screen. And then, it depends, actually. I'll either redo this chapter off-screen, or I might just YouTube the info conversation. Because what this does is, if you visit this with one of the three brothers, they will refuse the item, and you'll get a base convo later, because this is actually... I know this is Rolf's mom, I don't know if this is Oscar and Boyd's as well. I could be wrong about that, but... Yeah, you get a bonus conversation with them, so, I think we're just gonna I'm not gonna reset for this, because Actually, why wouldn't I? Okay, let me just show this off, then I'll reset. That's what I'll do. Ah, subhuman, you're a subhuman! Please, you can have this! Please don't eat me! Yeah, because if we do that, then this door closes and we can't actually do that. So, hang on, I'm gonna reset really fast. It's not like I missed out on much. Nobody died. And I guess I can show both of these off. I should have battle saved before that, though, because, like I said, now I need to redo that for... I only have to redo one turn, and unfortunately that means that crit for 0 damage never happened, but you know what? This is why we get the clip. This is why we got the clip, so that I can do this. Anyway, we saw this already. Straight into the action, that's what I like to see. And before I forget, do that. Don't use the NPC, they do more harm than good. Frick, how did I do this? I think I had Boyd lead off with a killer hit crit, so let's do that again. Okay, he felt like actually critting this time. That changes up what I do considerably. Because, yeah, that means I can actually... Well, I can't have Gatry advance to that sniper. Nobody can shove the guy, unfortunately, because he has 13 con and 23 weight, but it would have been nice to be able to do that. Instead, I guess what I can do is I can have Oscar start 1v1ing this guy? I don't know. I don't think that, if this guy has the option, he usually goes for Titania, because Titania doesn't have weapon triangle against him, but... This is an unexpected complication. At least because, like I said, I Deep Shadow protocoled me actually getting that Summer Probe. At least I have the footage, like I said, so that's good. Do you want to crit this time, Mia? Void crit? Why can't you? Because you like making my life hard. You're gonna get a worse level up too? Wow, okay. I mean, that's fine, because I think you cap speed at 30, right? That seems right. Once she caps speed, I can use bonus XP on her pretty much, like, full tilt. It's not that bad. I think I still give this kill to Rolf, and then... Yeah, I think I can... There's a bunch of stuff I can do here. So, do you have... Your Void doesn't change if I swap you off the Great Lance, so that's fine. I think I still use Shannon for this, which makes the most sense to me. Okay, here's the problem. If I do that, then if I do that, then I don't think I can... Yeah, this is the problem. That crit changed up my options to the point where I'm, like, juggling lions when I should be putting them down. Again. Story of my life. Anyway. Because right now this guy... Yeah, he can fight anybody that he wants. Maybe I shouldn't have moved Titania there, now that I think about it. Because this is the extent of Oscar's movement range. And while this is a nice thing to give to Oscar, I kind of need him to be elsewhere. And like I said, that could have gone to Rolf instead, which is a little bit annoying, but I can manage. I'll survive. And and that shortens his range down a lot like last time. That's handy. You're gonna be in range of Mr. Longbowman. I think I have to put Shannon here just so he can take hits. And then I'll have Soren kill the sniper, I think. This is why we gave him the crossbow, because that just opens that option up to us. Most unnecessary added proc in the world, but I'm fine with that. At least you level up the same way. Good job, buddy. I think I can move Rolf wherever I want here. And I can do the same thing for you. I just need to keep you out of range of the generals that are going to dance through the bottom. But they have such low move that I don't think it's going to be an issue. This I expected. This is kind of playing out like before. The only thing I'm worried about is... Oh, wow, okay, it's not. So this is just... Other than Boyd's level up, this is all just better than it was before. Here comes the crit. Okay, this is not wrong. You call that a crit? This killing itch guy is giving me way more entertainment than I expected. Thanks. Okay, all these guys are going for Shinat. Well, he has Provoke, so I guess this blocks. Okay. If he double crit, I would have laughed so hard, but he didn't. But that's easy pickings for whoever wants it. You are gonna miss again, that's what I expected. Also expected this. Titania, do you double this guy? No. Actually, kind of want that. Whoa, okay, he was a lot more aggressive. And that's a much bigger logjam up top than I expected. Soren, can you still do your thing? No, that... Okay, that's a bit different than last time. Oh, because it's the... Yeah, okay, I don't know why. That's the sword guy. Because the axe guy went up top that he could double. Yeah, this guy. Because it's, Yeah, the weight of the pole axe, I think, is what did it. So, what now? So, visiting this house with Rolf, I think, makes the most sense, but I think I'll wait on that for a little bit. Just because I think I need to have... I think I need to have my mages kill this guy at the back. Unless if Void wants me to do me a huge favor. If he crits, then that's going to open up a world of options for me, but without the weapon... This guy's weapon triangle on me, so... That's okay. Because like I said, I don't want a wall, because otherwise this is just going to be a nightmare to get through with my physical damage units. At the same time, you don't move, so that's handy. And you don't do damage to this guy, which is also pretty annoying. Can have you advance forward. We'll use the Iron Lance just because it makes the it probably is it's a bit more reliable, I think. If I can get me in range of the hammer guy, that's an easy kill, but you are also just a little too far out of range. And I can't shove you because Ike is just too bulky of a boy. I think that's the best use of Rolf's time, if I'm gonna be honest. It's not like I'm gonna get him to do much else. Well, that's a little mean. I could, but... Yeah, I want some of my weaker units plus Void to be back here just because... Makes my life easy. It'll make my life easier. So, if you get an Adept proc with Elwyn, this guy is guaranteed dead. But you would have to proc Adept for that to work. I don't really care about the Thunder Mage, and Shannon can kill the Thunder Mage if need be. I think this is what I'll do. I'll visit the house with Oscar, because I think that... This is... Okay, let me demonstrate this first. Ah! It's subhuman! You're a subhuman! Please, you can have this. Please don't eat me. No, I'm Bjork, just like you. Besides, Lagoos don't eat people. It's not a nice rumor to spread around. You should really try to be more thoughtful. Are you Oscar? Huh? It's you! Oscar, I'm so glad to see you! Excuse me, I have to go. Don't go, please, wait! Oh... Yeah, can't attack this turn, but with Oscar here, I think that's a little bit better. None of these guys have... Okay, none of them are like Mr. Horse Slayer Man, which I was a little worried about. I know there's one. Either I'm seeing one or I'm not seeing one. I swear to God there was one, but I guess there wasn't. So, yeah, Shannon, do the honors here? Yeah, he'll easily do the honors. Even if he gets crit, but that just gives something for Mist to get. Unlikely that I needed that, though. It was just something I was thinking about. Anyway, you can wall here pretty reliably, so let's do that. Definitely want to maximize the amount of defensive potential I have as well, which I know I'm just kind of waffling on stuff. I didn't... Let me do this first, because if I don't do this, then I might run out of units to actually throw on the fire here. Okay, we're killing this guy with Grace. That's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna position you not in the fog, because that's gonna make this a little bit easier. The other thing I'm gonna check, I'll check it on enemy phase, because it'll tell me everything I need to know. Kind of like a fortune cookie. You don't get more void. He just kill him before his biorhythm goes up to a point where I can't handle it. Thank you. And then okay, Ike was out of range, so I could send you packing pretty easily, but okay, who am I kidding? I am gonna do that. I'm gonna send you packing to an early grave, my goodness sake. He wanted that one. Pretty good show that I could thin these guys out a little bit. I maybe should have healed Void with Mist, but that would have put him in a bit more of a compromising spot, and I didn't want that. That's kind of what I expected to happen. No double? Okay. These sword guys are faster than I thought they'd be. You do a lot of damage, but... Ooh! I thought I'd see the day where counter got used. Uh-oh. This is what I was worried about, because... Okay, you have to crit to... And you missed. Good. Okay, this was very, very risky, because I think you still would have lived, so that's good. Draw a couple guys out of the fog for the rest of my units to take care of. You are just food. And I can switch over to the Great Lance and mow that guy. Okay, so if I can break this logjam, I've got this set. Problem is, best way of doing that is either to have Ike kill one of these guys, or Yeah, I think if I... Can I pull this Armor Knight? Oh, no problem. Yeah. That'll break that out. I forgot to check, on something. Okay, so it's not this turn, but it is on turn 5, is when the units that show up behind me, so I can actually do something like... Oh, perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna do this first. Like I said, I do want to... Mist and Boyd having an ace support is actually the requirement to get a good item later, so I want to make sure I can manage that, and more importantly, we're gonna visit this house. The subhumans are attacking us? Oh no, this can't be happening! You're a mercenary, right? Please, you have to save us. We'll pay, of course. Thanks for the blue gem. Sure. Cool. I didn't want that, but I'll take it. Yeah, so... I think I can kind of hit and run here, but... I would have to... Or I can run Titania back, which I kind of want to do. I can kill this guy and then run away. I think I will do that, because I want to see if I can... swing Titania back behind my line to get healed. This is why I love cavalry, because look at this, this is awesome. I think I can do this and then... Yeah, perfect positioning. Anyway, you can't damage anybody, so why don't you just shove with the sword? Oh, that's not quite as in range as I thought it would be. Because, yeah, I think, I can handle these guys up here, no problem, and I drew out this Thunder Mage who's normally occupying that spot, so... I think if Mia doesn't take a hit here, she can very easily mop this guy up, but... Then I'm kind of running out of options to deal with you. I think I'm gonna bank on a crit here. Bank on a crit, if not, Oscar can take care of this guy. Okay, we just feel like not critting on some things today. Like I said, whenever I want to bank on one, it doesn't happen, but whenever I don't, it just happens unnecessarily. Okay, this is now very... It's not that risky, admittedly. Well, first off, I'm gonna do this, because this is a dead halberd with risky pass. Great job up there, man. You're doing the work. Like I said, eventually I will be able to loop around to the point where... Or I'll be able to loop, my units around to the point where they can assist Gatry, because he's right next to the boss, but he's going to be baiting a lot of units down here, and at least I hope he does. Yeah, no crit means that I kind of have to use Ike here. We're not quite at the point where we can reliably double everything. This cast will get there. Because, yeah, something like this is... Oh, there's no critics. This is perfectly safe. Okay, he did get hit, but he does have a vulnerary that I can use. Soren, are you better off? Yeah, you're better off down here. I'm gonna have to have my cavalry run just to deal with the guys that get caught out down there. Although, if Boyd's down there, I think it'll be okay in the long run. Oh, you're making horrible life decisions. I'm sure you're aware of that, though. That's fine. Ooh, okay. Didn't expect you there. You missed, though, so that's handy. Yeah, keeping a dodgy unit here is gonna do me a world of good. There's those extra units. Oh, that's a huge contingent. Yeah, you have the Horse Slayer. You're the unit I was worried about. And you're probably gonna go into Gatry's little, like, corral over here, so that's good. You do not secure that, but you oh, wow, okay. You did not have the... You have more resistance than I was expecting. That's problematic. I think Mia can finish that guy off, though, and then... If I feel... Yeah, let's use the Iron Sword here. This is probably the best show. Like I said, we've got the... I am actually going to make a save here real quick, because I don't want to have to repeat all the kerfuffle with these two houses again, so... We'll go ahead and just lock that down. Speaking of locking things down... Like I said, I want to aim for scenarios where I have units that I want to support that end their turns next to each other. Because that's going to help me unlock some support options next chapter. We're going to be with these guys for quite a while, so I want to make the most of the time that we've got. This is an easy deal. Now, I could send Mia forward here, and I'm kind of tempted to do that. Because, yeah, this won't... Oh, right, you have a crossbow. I forgot about that part. Well, I guess we can become the superior hunter. In any case, yeah. I don't want the general to come over here, or do I? Well, let's do something like this first, I think? Yeah, let's do this first, because if this crits, then that opens up options for me. And if you crit, then that means that Oscar doesn't have to do anything. You don't feel like doing that at all. Wow. I mean, you're still gonna be... Actually, no, there's too many weak units around. Snooze, you lose. Get a level up for Oscar, which is very nice. Acceptable. I would have liked to see speed, but that's okay. And then where do I want to put you? I guess I'll bring you back, because I don't really remember if, yeah, I don't want to rescue a Titania either. I'll keep these guys here for now, although I might be able to bait somebody forward into short axe range, which could be handy. And Gatry's gonna need to trade off here, because he's gonna take a big hit from this steel poleaxe guy. At least it feels likely. Get him a level up too. Pretty good, honestly. Like I said, he gets a lot of speed. I don't know why they gave it to him, but I really, really like that feature. He just starts with a lot and he gets even more. Nice to see. And then in terms of other units, well, I know when the reinforcements are going to show up, so I'm just going to see if I can take care of their position as soon as that comes up. Now, I think I'm blocking what... Oh, that's the boss! We're under attack! By the goddess, they're fast! Where are our reinforcements? And that's a killer lance, too, oh my god. I mean, he'll be fine, I'm just... That's a bit unexpected. I didn't expect the boss to move. Okay, this is a bit of a problem, because I expected more of these guys to move towards where Ike is, including the boss. Maybe it's a good thing that I moved Oscar and Titania back. Because, yeah, the only unit that's not going into a position where I can't deal with him is this Horse Slayer guy. Their accuracy sucks, so that's okay. Oh, so those guys do spawn in anyway. Yeah, you're a problem. Gatry can hold on for one more turn, even if he gets crit. In fact, I kind of don't want him to... If he gets double crit, he dies, but... At the same time, I can basically guarantee this with Titania. So, Boyd, if you want to crit here, this is the biggest problem I have, because... Because, yeah, even with some impromptu stuff, you're easy pickings if I want. Yeah, the problem is, I think I need Gatry to hold out for one more round, because if he does, I can very easily secure this for... Or yeah, I can very easily kill this guy in my face. Especially since I can just swap to the other weapon and kill him. Because I need Titania down here. The problem is, I also need somebody to take over for him, because otherwise he dies to this guy. Yeah, so... You're food for Ike, so I'm not that worried about you. You're food for these two, even though they have Terrible Fire with them right now, so... Maybe I can bait this guy over with Mia, and then can take care of him, but... Because, yeah, what I want to do is... These guys are notorious because they will usually go for the fire, extinguishing the fire, or killing our cat friends here, rather than attacking us directly, so... At the same time, I want to try to avoid that. Short spear guy is a priority. Unfortunately, like I said, I'm kind of learning the hard way not to bank on crits. You kind of can't prevent these reinforcements from showing up, they just... You can't end the chapter fast enough, is what I'm getting at. Okay, so... Yeah, I'm also worried about that, so... This is kind of why we brought Oscar... This is kind of why I brought Oscar back over here, even though he can't actually convert for this. Yeah, so I think I will need Gatry to play defensive for one more turn. I would use a Vulnerary here if I had one, but I don't. Rolf has one. And actually, is Mist safe on this tile? I just thought about it. Because, yeah, she has enough resistance to take a shot from this mage, but... And this sniper can't hit me, which means this guy... Well, this guy's hopefully dead to Shannon right here. I think you've got him dead to rights, buddy. Go for it. Because, yeah, even if you're weak enough to the point where I feel like you're not going to go for Mist if I can avoid it, and even then I can bait you at something else, because 7 defense is not good. That's all I'm getting at here. Let's do this first, because I want to make sure that this is safe so someone can open to get the skill. Or I can just quit, that also works. Unfortunately, Soren's not going to be doing anything else next turn, but I might as well move him into a position where he can do something next turn. Oh, and this gets here. Case in point. If Ike doesn't kill him, that's an easy kill for our friend here. Gonna move you in here because, like I said, I think I can bait people out of position, but for the time being... So... That's a... If we're all crits here, that actually makes my life a heck of a lot easier. But I have had no luck with banking on crits so far, so it's probably not worth it. Plus, Biorhythm's kind of kicking my ass right now. I want to go for the guaranteed hit over anything else. Oh, nice! That makes my life easier, like I said. Good job, Rolf. That is very surprising. And that's even more surprising. This is just Rolf's growth rates coming into effect. He will... If you want to train him, he will just outclass Shannon in, like, every possible capacity, but... I don't know. It's not... It is enticing, but it's not, like, that enticing. UG24... I don't want to do anything with you. Actually, wait. This could do something kind of cute here. Okay, so... Like I said, this is the greedy option, but it assumes that I'm going to be able to deal with this guy, which right now I can't. The only thing I can really hope for, in case I really want to commit to this, is hope that he goes for... Or you know what, actually... if this guy were dead, I would move Mist here and he'll gauge me. But I can't do. Or, you know what I can do, is I can kind of bet on Provoke. Which feels like... It feels like kind of a mistake. This feels like it could be a big mistake, but... I'm pretty sure, because you can't attack either. Okay, this is just a... This is comical how much of a traffic jam this is. Cool game, I love it. Okay, let's go ahead and do this, and then... I maybe wanted to attack with the short spear, but I'm gonna kind of bank on... I think I'm just gonna go for guaranteed hits here instead of banking on getting lucky. Because who can you hit? Anybody that you want, and you're probably gonna... 32 attack... 9 to... And you definitely double either of them. Yeah, you're too dangerous to be left alive. Besides, that's a guarantee. I will do this to keep bond supports in range, and then we're gonna... I don't think... We're kind of ahead of the curve here, because I think every enemy that isn't this guy now is off the map. At least to the best of my knowledge. So, yeah, we have this logjam up here that we have to break, but everything else is fine. I just have to be careful, because... And possibly use one of my units to kill the healer that's up here. So I'm actually going to end turn. And we're gonna bank on... Yeah, okay. This I expected. Dink. Now, this guy could be a total ass, and... Okay, no. They're gonna hopefully just trade their Vulnerary back and forth. Okay, that's okay, because I think Mia dodges these. And even if not, I can do it. Not immediately, but I can. You guys are going to be extremely irritating, but that's actually kind of fine. Oh, that's bad. Did not count on that. I'm actually going to set, I'm going to set these guys to roam, because Liar can't move. Leith might be able to help, though. Yeah, I forgot about these guys. Now, that is very, very worrisome. I could Killer Axe crit you, but I think it's a... I forgot about that. I forgot about this one. Now, what is your... Can I move you out... Titania, can I move you out of the way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I can move you back 1, which will let Boyd come in. So I think I'll take that any day. So first off, you are too dangerous to be left alive, and plus, this is fun to give... I would have liked to see this guy's conversation with Ike, because Ike has a boss combo with everybody, but this is just easier. We take care of the boss, Gatry gets a ton of XP, and hopefully that keeps people... No! We've lost the gate! I don't know, would he have actually sounded a bit more desperate, maybe? I have to kill you, so... And you actually don't move, so that's handy to keep in mind. Which means I can... Sorendir, can you be a huge help? You cannot without an adept. In fact, even with an adept, that guy still lives. That stinks. Yeah, because now I have to do this with Ike, and Ike's resistance is horrible. But, just for giggles, how do you fare up here against this guy? Not terribly, if I'm being honest. Ike is probably the MVP of this map as well, just because I needed him to cut down on a lot of the stuff that I'm dealing with here. Because I can kind of make a gutsy play with Mia. Yeah, and I can get rid of you, which I think I want to do that. That's if you hit. I've learned from before. Oh, I can't even see that guy now. That sucks. We'll deal with him later. Because I can just have Ike run back up here, and then that guy will counter on enemy phase. At least that's what I'm counting on happening. I kind of need your help down here more. So yeah, these guys, I think a lot of my units can double. Including Mist of all people. Yeah, look at these crit rates, that's crazy. At the same time, I kind of want to... this is risky, but I think it's ultimately going to be pretty funny. If this works, this would be awesome. Nice. That makes my life easier, because I think he had the vulnerary as well, so they can't heal. But if all of these guys try to peel off to try to attack Mia, I'm screwed, so... Yeah, let's see what I can do here to thin these guys out a little bit. The sniper is the priority. Hopefully this hits, because if it doesn't, I'm in trouble. It did. Good job. Back up 1, and I can basically use whoever I want here. Well, almost anybody that I want. I think Rolf is probably the easiest one to give this to, because... Like I said, that extra accuracy is really coming in handy. I would much rather take a 92, even though this could miss, and this would be bad at least. It did not. Good job. I never expected Rolf would be doing the work, but here we are. When I was planning out my turns on this map, I really did not see that coming. Yeah, Oscar wins these. Shannon can make my life easier. Nice, okay. Like I said, the less enemies that Mia is dealing with on enemy phase, the easier this gets. Plus, with Shanad's Provoke skill, he might draw one of them over anyway. It's a pretty weird level, all things considered. Anyway, what is it? I want... It is kind of silly, but I want to see if I could get one of these with Mist, so... You might take a big hit here, but at the same time, I kind of need to move you over here. Boyd's job is mostly done after this, so if I can kill all the enemies, this is a pretty safe bet. The problem is if I can't, then... Oh, if I can't, then the cats will probably do finish the job. Like I said, we'll go for what we can, at least at the start, and then... That's okay. Because like I said, I want to cut these guys off from attacking Mist if at all possible, and then... Either one of these is okay. I think the Warrior's the more difficult unit for the cats to take down, so we'll do that. Get to shot the Floret. Like I said, it's basically a slim sword. It's not good, but it's something. And we'll do this. If Rice misses with the 97, we'll be a little upset. He's a healer, so it's fine. Probably. I'm not sure. Anyway, that guy's completely boxed in, so... Lyra, if you want to do some... heavy lifting... Oh, please tell me that you double. You don't double, that's bad. That's so bad, because I think Boyd might be dead. I got greedy, no! Shannon, no, this is not the time to be murderizing things. We're gonna have a man down, and I'm gonna feel like an idiot for not healing him. Oh yeah, this is basically like built-in stats. Can't resist, especially since Mia only does 1 damage. Oh, that's not what I expected you to do. Alright, well, that worked out better than I expected. Yeah, Lyra ended up stealing that kill, but that's not really a problem. Oh, you only do 10 damage? Yeah. I guess it's a good thing that I set them to roam, because otherwise one of them would have died. Now we can set them back. And now it's just... Now from here, it's basically just cleanup. Because there's a lot of targets to take care of, and not enough time to take care of them all. Well, not nearly enough. I don't know where I'm going with this. It's guaranteed with Shannon, but I want to see if I can do something funny with Mist, so I think I'll hold off on that for the time being. You guys are... I don't think these guys can do anything for the rest of the map, so... What I'm going to do instead is... That is... Okay. You're the bigger target, I think. Easily. But I want to make sure that this is going to be... Okay, yeah. I don't think I'll be able to dispatch this guy with Soren. I think his... Yeah, ooh, that's annoying. It would take an Adept, and that would just not be fun to try and aim for. Okay, so, hold the phone on that, actually, because what I'm going to do is actually have you... It's probably easier if I do this anyway. And you have a steel bow, but... Might as well do this just in case, because... If this guy attacks Soren on enemy phase, then... I don't like that crit. I really don't like that crit. We can make this take a little bit longer. We're very much in the driver's seat right now. So I can kind of afford to dink around with stuff like this. Even though it's not the safest thing in the world to do. If this misses, then Shinnok gets this. He didn't. Good. Nice. Best outcome I could have had. Is that a second level up? That's just awesome if it is. Like I said, he's so fast. It's so strange, and that's Cap's strength, too. Feels like I'm using the big boys right now. It's great. I mean, I am using the big boys. And girls. This is a big girl. She can handle herself. Watch. I really was glad that you didn't jinx me there. Yay! I love that little victory animation. It's very cute. I can move you in. Kinda wish that I could have her contribute to the cause this turn, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Just start healing people up. And I'm gonna need Titania to patrol the map, just because if I don't, then... The big thing I'm worried about is, like, because I know that this guy's up here. I'm gonna keep these guys on... I'm gonna keep my cat friends on roam, just because I want to make sure that they can do some good work if it's at all required. Anyway, we're gonna... That is the... Hang on, I'm gonna check my intel one more time, because if this isn't the case, I'm gonna feel like an idiot. Yeah, that was the last of the reinforcements, so, like I said, we're basically on cleanup duty. Boyd, you've done plenty, so just shove. Oh, they're gonna run up there. That sucks. But not that much. Ooh, that... I don't like that. You were supposed to dodge those. This is what I mean, relying on hit. Oh! Phew! Tried to sweep the legs, that didn't work out too well for him. Yeah, we get some we get a level up out of that, too. And anyway, other than that Halberdier, who's basically just designed to make you lose, we're done. I will probably have this chapter done by turn 10, if I had to guess. Anyway, I'm gonna check this corner because this game really loves hiding units in the corners of the map, as you've already noticed. Now, if you want to be a sweetie, I'm gonna know and get an adept, but I'm not gonna count on it. Actually, this is the least risky move I could make, I think. Well, using Ike would be a... Oh, nice! Exactly what I want to see. And I'm gonna have Shannon check this corner as well. Yeah, nobody. I swear there was a healer there, but I guess not. Keep my... We're gonna top people off just to get a bit more XP on my staff users. That's not bad at all. Extra magic is exactly what I need to have her stay competitive and whatnot. I think that corner's secure. We already baited out the enemy that was over there. So now I just need to use this sniper to deal with whoever I please, and yeah, go for the steel sword. I've been a bit too reliant on crits with the bow, which is an okay weapon, but I need to get this girl a killing edge. Or some heftier weapons, because steel swords are fine, but her strength's not quite there yet. I'm gonna... We're gonna do this first, because I can guarantee a couple things here. Yeah, that guy doesn't move. That's such a dick decision by the developers to not have it move. Anyway, thanks, Liar. Why don't we do this? I think, yeah. I kind of want to use Oscar to do this, and then we'll have Soren try for the Adept, and then if he doesn't get this, we'll just use it. Oh, nice! I can rely on that, but I can't rely on freaking crits. Like, what is this crap? Are we clear? Good work, everyone. Open the gate. The gate is opening! Ah, finally! Soldiers of Greil, follow me! As long as I lead you in battle, we will always win! Crush any who stand in your way! Phew! Great timing, Ike. We won last night's battle thanks to you guys. I appreciate your help. You should be thanking Soren. It was all his idea. Yeah, I'll get right on that. Hey, I just remembered. Some of your old friends are here to see you. Hmm? Hey, over here! Long time no see, Commander Ike. Busted! You came! It's great to be doing business with the Greil Mercenaries again. And with you too, my feline friend. Oh, you called them out here? I thought they just smelled the battle and sensed the profits. Well, we can't fight naked like you Lagoos can. I also asked Mustin to call up some other friends to come join up as well. You'll be seeing an increase in forces real soon here, Winelf. Thanks for everything, Ike. You've done so much for us already, and now you do all this? Listen, when we fought Dain, Galliant came to Crimea's aid without any questions. Now we're returning the favor. That's all. Alright, in any case, you guys are a great help. Thank you so much. Very easy out of XP, and we even got a little bit because of Liar. I didn't expect to have to rely on the NPCs at all, especially since, like, yeah, I guess, what did I learn back there? Well, I learned that the NPC's not very reliable on that map, so just sending them to halt unless I absolutely have to use them is definitely the way to go. And even then, it's very dicey. And don't depend on crits unless you aren't depending on them anymore. That's also a good idea.
The tactics used by the Gallian army prove effective, and like Flagere before it, Mugil falls to claw and steal. Before Benyan can react, the Lagoos overwhelm the remaining border defenses and cross into the Telgum region. With both defensive keeps overrun, Telgum falls like ripe fruit at the feet of the Lagoos alliance. Inspired by their success, the Alliance takes advantage of this momentum to strike toward the very heart of the Benyan Empire. Dukes Gados and Celiora are horrified by the speed of the Lagoos' advance. Banding together with the landowning nobles of the northern territories, they mass their armies in Celiora to oppose the Gallian assault. using the Riban River, a tributary of the mighty Miscale, as a defensive front. The Benyan forces make their camps along its western bank in the Sesto Plains.
Chapter 2, Storm Clouds. Laguerre, Mugil, and Telgem are ours. But this war has just started. The enemy's main force is in Sienne, the capital. The real fight starts now.
Ah, now we fight the big battle. My claws itch for being flesh. Hey, Ranulph, are there strong enemies in the capital?
There will be plenty. Before we go, we must fight the northern nobles. Their collective army is massive. By now, I imagine the Benyan Central Army is heading our way. They're going to be our real problem. So, if we're too slow, we get caught in the middle. I don't like the sound of this. Soren, do you have a deployment plan worked out? Actually, why don't we go just relax? You might not believe it, but we have a plan this time. I see. An army of that size would require a massive amount of supplies to be able to sustain itself. So, the bird tribes will hit the Central Army's supply unit and slow their advance. Exactly. The Empire fears the bird tribes, the shipless pirates they're called after all. They specialize in surprise attacks and have been raiding Benyan merchant ships for years. After they hit the supply unit, the bird tribes will head north. We'll meet up with them after we finish off the nobles' forces. Then, when the Central Army arrives, we'll attack them together. Does that pretty much sum it up? I'm surprised. As Lagoon's strategies go, it's not bad at all. We might even win, provided everything goes as planned. You never know. Oh yeah, I forgot we get this. Darn, we can't see it yet, but Benyan is close. Shouldn't you let your men take a break? Yeah, let's land on one of those islands and get some rest. I love Tabaran, I'm so glad he's here already. You're full of surprises, Sala. I never expected you to join the Laguz Alliance. I wish you could be this helpful this time, all the time. Tabaran, just stop. I'm not interested in your friendship. The Hawk tribe and the Raven tribe used to live together in Venetius. Our tribes were like brothers. Maybe if you fess up about some of your secrets, I might consider helping you out in the future. That doesn't really narrow it down, Tabaran. Which secrets are you talking about? How about the secret of how you suddenly became first in line to succeed the throne of Kilvas? Oh, that secret. Sure, no problem. I'll tell you if we live through this war. Sound alright to you? Sounds fine to me. You know, this war is gonna be vicious. But at least our tribes will grow close again. Do you actually trust me? You might live to regret it. You're trying to protect Rayson, Leanne, Raphael, and their father, King Lorze. Isn't that so? As long as they're on our side, you won't betray us. I think that's enough rested small talk, though. Let's go. I don't like that look, Sala. Anyway, oh, wait. Hang on, is this who I think it is? Oh, no, this isn't it yet. General Lavelle, how did it go? It's no use. No one would even listen to me. It makes my heart heavy. The nobles are too busy competing with one another for rewards and status to realize the danger to their lands. Rewards? Are they crazy? The subhumans are at their doors, and all they care about is some reward? They only listen to each other. No one wants to listen to me. General Lavelle, how are we going to survive this? Oh, okay. I was worried a certain somebody was going to show up, but thankfully that's not the case. So, you might be wondering the friends that Ike phoned. Well, we have Ileana, who conveniently is carrying a bunch of items from the Dawn Brigade. We have Heather, who I guess just decided to tag along. She can't resist a good rumor. We have Brahm and Nephany, who I guess they were hanging out in the capital and were just available. I kind of expected Brahm to return to just farming, but what do you know? And most importantly of all, we have Har, who I guess has a bone to pick with some of the Benyan senators. So I guess that's his reason for tagging along. He is carrying all of that all those juicy items he had with him back in part 1, including the Nullify skill. Take that off your hands for a minute, buddy. all of these guys, like, Nephine's in a pretty good spot, I think, XP-wise, to catch up to everybody else. I'm also going to take this, and we're going to take this for Tempe. You can hold on to that Killer Lance, because you earned that. Braum, I'll be honest, this map is a really good chance to train these guys up to get them caught up with everybody else in this army, and their presence here means that they have a pretty easy time keeping up with people going forward. But I've used Braum on 2 playthroughs already, and while he's been a great asset thus far, well, solid, I wouldn't say great. Gonna kind of see about, he might run with us this chapter, but for the most part he's gonna be sitting on the bench. Speaking of sitting on the bench, I tried with Ileana, but the main thing is that she's bringing along, all those wonderful items. Very nice to see that it was worth it. The Dawn Brigade were very generous and let us just rip them off so handily. Ike's army has a real problem with, funding, so getting that red and blue gem from the Dawn Brigade's part is really going to come in handy. More to the point, we actually got... Heather's also bringing along some really good items for us. I'm gonna... Yeah, Kiran's Killer Axe is something that I would normally keep with him, but those are gonna... Boyd's gonna run out of uses eventually, and if not, we also have Har, who's gonna come in handy big time. So... Actually, why don't I go on break real quick, because this one's a bit... This base is kind of important, but for reasons I'll get into in a sec. Okay, I am back. Let me head back over here. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna get to the combat in the next chapter at all, but there's a reason for that, because this base is actually very, very important. Mainly for one thing that I'm gonna go into info first, and I'm actually gonna go down here to item shop. This isn't gonna make sense right away, but you'll see. Oh, it's like a dream come true. My hero, standing right in front of me. Somebody pinch me. Hey, if you don't let go of my hand, I can't pay you for anything. No, my darling. Let's not spoil our time together with talk of money. Speak sweetly to me, handsome. Listen, lady, this is a shop, and I'm a customer. What's so sweet about that? Oh, such cold words. My hero plays hard to get. You're only making me more interested. Will you let go of my hand, please? Then tell me I'm beautiful. Tell me I'm more beautiful than any woman in this camp. And then you'll let go of my hand? Of course. I'll even give you everything you want for free. Oh, alright then. No, don't say another word. That voice, it's... it could only be one. It could only be one person. Come on, Soren. She's gonna give us everything. For free. Nothing in life is free, Ike. Suppose you said what she asked you to say, What then? You'd hear it all over the camp, in nearby villages. Eventually, the entire country would be singing it. Ike, the hero of the Mad King's War, is in love with Amy, the shop girl. Rumors can quickly spin out of control. Come off it. You're exaggerating. Ooh, don't be so sure. With my network of merchants, I'll spread the word to the four corners of Tellius. Within half a year, everyone will know. Then you will be mine forever, Ike. You'll have no choice at all. Man, you go right for the neck, don't you? All right, Soren, she's all yours. Yes, sir. What can I do now for the... What I do now, I do for the good of the company. He means you, Ike. He means you. Anyway, this is adorable. No, Ike, don't go! Don't do this to me! Well now, shall we get on with our business? You're looking more beautiful than ever, Miss Amy. A true delight for the eyes. Ooh, now you're talking, you little lady killer. I know you won't discount the goods to nothing since it's coming from me, so how about you cut your prices down by 3/4? Ooh, decisions. You're a diamond. Another Bjork only glass beads, Miss Amy. I'll buy more than enough to justify the discount. Half price, maybe? A touch less than 3/4 then. What do you say, Rose of Tellius? Oh, goddess of desire. All right, you win. Just this time, mind you. Take this. Ah, a silver card. I can buy everything for half price at all of the shops. That's right. Remember what I said, though. It's a limited time deal. I'll have to take it away soon. Oh, and while you own this card, you won't be able to sell your weapons as raw material. Okay. Got that? Understood, Miss Amy. Stay beautiful. Okay, so... Okay, this is what I thought, although we can't sell these to begin with. Can I sell these, though? Good, okay. I don't quite have... So... Okay, just a bit of a look ahead. Leith and Mordecai will actually be joining us later, but they're not under our command directly right now. So we won't be getting access to them for the time being. I don't want to sell that silver card yet, though, because... Like Amy was saying, this is a one-time deal. Everything in the entire inventory is half off. Like, the arm scroll would normally be 8,000, but it's 4,000. We're going to take advantage of this while we can. Namely with stuff like this Worm Slayer here, but more importantly, the Forge. The Greil Mercenaries are going to have access to the Forge for basically the entire game going forward, but if I remember right, yeah, these base prices, if I remember right, are cut in half. So, at least I think they are. I would have to double-check that. I'll double-check the ramifications later, because what I'm going to do is, because Mustin's got a lot of stuff available for us, and it's all half. Everything is on sale for half price, and I want to take full advantage of the deal while it lasts, because this is basically going to give us everything that we need to keep our weapons and equipment in tip-top shape for most of the game. We can also buy bow guns, weirdly enough, but we don't need to do that right now. Don't need to buy any knives either. Heather is our only knife user, and I already bought everything that she's going to need for basically the entirety of this part of the game. We can get whatever tomes that we need, and I don't really need any right now. I don't intend to give Ileana anything else, because I don't know if I'm going to be using her at all. But in terms of other stuff, an iron poleaxe would be very handy. Axes in general we can't really have enough of, because Titania's going to need one, Boyd might need a spare, Har I think has plenty of stuff in his inventory right now, but an extra steel poleaxe, an extra steel axe, although... Do we have spares, or... No, I think Boyd has one and Har has... I don't think I did enough inventory. Yeah, okay, Brahm has one, Har has two, because I was smart enough to give him an extra. And then Oscar's gonna need a spare lance. Gatri's gonna need some extra equipment. Shanad's gonna need a vulnerary at least, although I think his equipment's fine for now. Same thing goes for Rolf. Rolf's actually in perfect shape. Same goes for Mist. Ike's gonna need a heal. We need healing items more than anything else. Because, yeah, I want to take advantage of this while it lasts, but does not earn any training points. I don't get what that means, but I'm going to look that up later. I'm going to do a lot of inventory management off-screen, just because I want to make sure that we're all in tip-top shape going forward. These guys thankfully came with everything that they needed because of 2F, but actually one thing I will do while I'm here is... Remember when I said that Har could take full advantage of bonus XP? Let's see what I mean by that. I don't really need to give him a lot to demonstrate this effect. Because if I remember right, he just capped more stats. Yeah, he capped his defense. He'll cap his he'll constantly get strength level ups, which is important, but from here on out, I want to get him to a point where he'll get close. If I can get him to a point where he's close to leveling up but not quite there, what I can do is I can force him to rank up some stuff like his luck or resistance stat. His resistance in particular is going to be pretty important, because it means that I might be less reliant on things like pure waters to increase res, and then I can focus on, well, yeah. What I might do as well is stuff like this. Just because I'm gonna kind of count on Neff to get a good level up out of that. Mia's already got two pretty good ones, so yeah, she's gonna need some good equipment as well. I think if I can get like a forged steel sword and hopefully get the card that increases crit rate, she's gonna make great use out of that. As for everybody else, you just leveled up, so I'm not really worried about you. Yeah, I'm gonna wait until he caps his speed, and then I'm gonna start slamming bonus experience into him. Ike's a prime candidate for this already, so why don't we go ahead and do that. This is how you can force Ike to level up speed. Okay, he dodged it, but look, this is why we kept the speed wings, because... Oh, okay, he didn't cap anything else. He's close to capping defense, though, so I tried to force the speed growth, but it didn't happen. I think after he caps defense, it'll be a bit of an easier sell. This'll happen. Both of these guys will level up on the next mission and probably get more out of that than I otherwise could. I will be bringing Titanian Sword along, so that's fine. We'll leave that off there. In terms of the skills that I got, Nullify is the only person that can really make use of that is Har. But because this is... actually, let me go over here to do it. Cancels enemy bonuses, so you're seeing that, well, he still has his Dragonite stance, but he no longer takes increased damage from Thunder Mages, which means basically I have an unstoppable force on my side that I can deploy however I want, whenever I want. Very handy. As for other handy stuff, yeah, like I said, Mia's the only unit that I could give more bonus XP to, and I think I'm going to do that. Just so that I can guaranteed get a level up out of her, and 999 just looks great to begin with. Boyd, I think that would take a little bit too much, so yeah. And I'm gonna see where Boyd goes with his level ups. He's gotten good ones so far, but if he can keep going, then I'm probably gonna use him for a bit longer term. Because like I said, he is competing with Nolan, but Nolan got, like, god-tier level ups before he promoted, and I'm wondering if I can get a similar situation out of Boyd. At the very least, I want to bring these two along, just so that I can get that A support. And speaking of which... Okay, yeah, we're starting to get options. That is exactly what I wanted to see. The extra attack will be good for Ike, and the extra avoid's good for Sword, so that's a no-brainer. Who can you... Okay, this is what I suspected. And yeah, this is also good. Yeah, these guys give each other increased attack and defense, which is what I would really like to see. Oscar, I'm assuming Rolf? Yeah. That's a good one, if I'm being honest, because... These are the most important ones, so it's really good that I got them out of the way right away. Although, interestingly, yeah, Gatry makes sense. I guess Rolf does too, even though I didn't bother with their supports and bad variants. Yeah, Mist's other ideal support partner is probably... I don't think it's actually Jill, because Jill ends up running too far away on most maps, and they don't share a lot of time together anyway. Gatry is it? It's Mist. I want it to be Shannon, because I think these... I forget what Light and Thunder give, but I remember it being pretty good. Braum is only Neff. With Braum, there is actually a pretty funny strategy that I can employ if I... Because you don't have Savior. If I... I think I screwed this up, because I do have a Savior scroll, but it's over on the Dawn Brigade side. There's a very funny strategy that you can employ with Titania where if you get the Savior skill with her, she can rescue Braum, and Braum's water affinity is pretty good for giving extra defense, so you can effectively employ what I think is what I'm gonna just dub off the top of my chin, the Braum cart strategy, where Braum doesn't actually do any fighting, and he just sits on horseback with Titania, and it's just constantly giving her support bonuses, because if one support target's rescuing the other, then it's very easy for them to kind of make the most of that. I'll have to think of that again for a future playthrough. I don't think I can do it on this one because, like I said, the Savior skill is still with the Dawn Brigade, but I could maybe make use of it later. Actually, now that I think about it, I could do something funny with, Meg over on the Dawn Brigade side of things, but it's gonna be a while until we see their faces again. As for you, I could continue this support from the Radiance, but I think I'm gonna hold off on that for the time being. Or maybe not, actually, because... Yeah, I don't plan on splitting these two up anytime soon, so... Let's go ahead and do that. It's going to give some extra attack and defend, and worst case, I can replicate that card strategy just with... Well, replicating it with Bryce is just probably a bad idea. Anyway, yeah, all of Ileana's support options are with the Dawn Brigade, which is funny, because she doesn't spend any more time with them than the rest of the game. Mist, Boyd, Oscar... I don't know if I'm going to use Rolf long-term, so I think I'm going to hold off on that one. But like I said, I've got good support options in range, and this is really the part of the game where I can make the most of it. I already awarded the one skill I want to award. Depending on my long-term viability with Braum, if I remember right, Disarm is a very cheap skill, so I might want to have Shannon or Rolf hang on to it, although... Yeah, Shannon with Disarm would be very funny, because I could just, like... It's basically like him, the equivalent of him shooting guys in the hands so that they drop stuff. Like, I could see that happening. It would be kind of thematic, if I'm being honest. Don't want to remove any of these. Counter, I think, takes 15 or 20 skill points to equip, so it's really not worth it. And we don't have any of the bigger skills that I would want to have on people anyway, although... I forgot Ileana has Tormod's Celerity skill. Why don't you give me that? Because I could use that on whoever I want. In fact, I think I'm going to give it to Heather. Celerity and Pass means I can get up to all kinds of shenanigans, because this gives Heather 9 move and the ability to just cover tons of terrain. You would think that this is a waste, but it's really not. Especially when you keep in mind that I could easily put this on an offensive unit if I want them to just run or blitz a key target down. That could be handy later. But for now, like I said, the upcoming map has a ton of stuff that Heather can steal reliably, and having the increased move is just going to make yoinking stuff from people a heck of a lot easier. And if I do get into a scrap, she can kind of hold her own. Keyword being kind of. Keep everybody else in check, in shape for the time being, and I'm gonna do these two base conversations, especially this one, because this is the one that we unlocked by skipping out on the Seraph Robe. This one, if I remember right, is actually very sweet, so I would rather have this than the Seraph Robe, especially since I've never unlocked it before. So I told him, you know, I thought it was important. Are you sure about this? You're always exaggerating stories to make them more impressive. No, I'm deadly serious. Trust me, you'd have done exactly the same thing if you were there. Oscar was there, Boyd. What are you talking about? Oh, no, never mind. I think I'm getting things confused. Oh, I finally found you. Oscar, Boyd, it's been such a long time. Eep. How did you find us? She's in here. Let go. What are you doing here, intruder? You're coming with me. No, please, I'm not done yet. Please let her go. She's a friend of ours. She is? You should have said something. Thank you, Oscar. Oh, that was scary. Why did you come here? Please, you have to let me see him. I do? He's here with you, right? Let me see Rolf. Why should we? What? You abandoned him! You left me, Dad, and Rolf for some guy. What kind of mom does that, huh? I was different back then. I was so young. I didn't know how to raise two kids while looking after your bedridden father. Believe me, I tried, but it was too difficult. At least you and I aren't related. Wow, okay. But Rolf, that's different. He's your son, yours, and you left him behind because it was too hard? I'm sorry. I've regretted my decision since the day I made it. I thought of you each and every day. My father died not too long after you left him. We'd have followed him, too, if my brother hadn't abandoned his knighthood in Crimea to take care of us. I had no idea. Oh, I've made a terrible mistake. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. Leave, now. You've got no right to see Rolf. Boyd, please. I'm begging you. I want Rolf to come back and live with me. Lady, you've got some serious nerve. He's our brother. You're not gonna take him away from us. Just wait here. I'll go get Rolf. Oscar? Oscar, thank you. Don't get the wrong idea. I haven't suddenly forgiven you. Then why? Because you are still Rolf's mother. Nothing in the world will change that. We'll leave it up to Rolf to decide. Oscar. Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to see her? Yeah, I don't even remember her face. She's just another stranger to me. Rolf. I have my family, Oscar. You, Boyd, everyone in the Greil Mercenaries. I don't need anyone else. Why should I let her try and change that? Don't look at me like that. Why do you look so sad? I'm not sad. Then I'll ask her to go home. Tell her never to come back. She's being a nuisance. Fine. Rolf. I do love you, Boyd. We fight all the time, and we may not be related, but you're my real brother. Don't make me go away. You can't. I want to stay with you. I want to stay with my family. You little idiot. Of course you can stay. We raised you, remember? You're not some thing to give away to a crazy woman. You're one of us. Thanks. Oh my god. It ends there? I forgot about that. That's... Damn, okay. Alright, well this one's a bit more interesting. So you're Ileana. That's such a cute and delicate name. I'd never have guessed there'd be such a pretty girl around on these lagoons. What a lucky day. Is there something wrong, Ileana? Are you feeling sick? You look weak. I'm so hungry. Oh no, that's no good. Hold on, I'll bring some food for you right away. Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. Oh, look at that smile. So, what do you like? Something delicious. I don't particularly care what it is, I just want loads of it. Alright. I guess that means you eat pretty much anything. I'll go find some dude who thinks I'm cute and con him into cooking something. You stay put. How interesting. Heather. Her name is Heather. I'll have to remember her name. She likes to feed me.
You still eating everything in sight?
Ah, hello, Ike. I haven't seen you in some time.
Glad to see you remember me.
Of course, I remember all of the mercenaries. Well, most of you, anyway. Oscar prepares such delicious meals. I remember that well enough. Can't wait to eat his food again.
Well, I can see you haven't changed a bit.
I forgot. Heather's completely new around here, so she probably isn't aware of what's up, but yeah. Ileana carries on the tradition of just being hungry all the goddamn time. Anyway. Oh, Shannon got MVP? That's wild. He stole it. I thought Ike had it locked down for sure, but don't see that too often. Like, I use Shannon a lot, but in my playthroughs, but he's rarely the MVP. Anyway. Like I said, we're hitting, like, the 340 mark, and if I progressed into next chapter after going on my big shopping spree, this would take... I would be well over the 5-hour mark, so I'm gonna end things off here. Let's go find a raid target, because, like I said, this part of the game is a lot of fun, and while I am gonna be doing a ton of stuff off-screen, I will be, like I said, I'll show off, like, the big splurge I went on, because I'm gonna buy that Worm Slayer, because I think it's gonna be handy for later, but I'm also gonna... Anyway, let me go to the end screen here to talk. But I'm gonna probably forge a couple weapons and do some other fun stuff, so yeah. Let me find a raid target. Alright, I'm thinking of... Oh, wow. Yeah, it's only 8 o'clock, so people are still going. Let me see who I can find here. So... Sarah, I haven't raided Aelita in a long time. And chances are she's still going to be going for a little while. So our raid message, to nobody's surprise, is, yeah, that cracks me up way too much. I wish we got more Shannon Gatry rapport in this game, but we don't. So we just have to make do with what we have, and in making do with what we have, we'll carry that over to... Oh, Dalton's live too? Shit. Oh, he just started. That might be pretty good. Other blues. I rated Highwaying recently, so I think I'll step back on that for the time being. John's wrapping up Spirit Tracks. Everybody went live tonight. That's wild. Yeah, I really want to see what's out there. Okay, I'm in between 3 people. Yeah, let's raid Aelita. This is a win no matter what I do, so let's go ahead and... She's playing some Oh, it's the Humongous Entertainment wheel. Yeah, this can be kind of fun. Let's go for it. See you guys next time, and we're just gonna keep on trucking with part 3, and... Actually, I know, given what's coming, I'm pretty pumped for it. See you then.